Non-fungible ETFs, don't you know? Banging our heads to the rhythm of the code. We don't care about dollars or the shiny blade. We're just holding to zero. It's our everything. Round tripping positions, that's how we roll. We won't make a dollar, won't sell a thing. We're the zero holders, our anthem we sing. Zero holders, our anthem we sing. Sing. Zero holders, we're the kings.
Yo, mega GMs, guys. It all feels different now, doesn't it? To me, it does. You know, like Saturday, Friday, Saturday was like just this defining moment for crypto and for this run especially. It's all different now. It is. And man, I'll tell you what, man, there's a lot of tweets out there talking about this space, and we're gonna go over them and you know what this cycle's looking like all of a sudden, how different it is, and adjust those targets higher. And I'm like, my God. How late to the game are most of these guys out there? They are. I think you guys noticed that too, right? I think you guys noticed how late most of the influencers and even some of these really good traders and TA guys, how late they are to some of these narratives. It's a crazy, crazy thing. Marty, good morning. Let me see who's here. By the way, it's Microdose Sunday. Microdose Sunday. It's funny when I microdose, or like do mushrooms or whatever, I don't get like, okay, I play guitar better and draw better and write better and all that, but my words don't come. My words don't come to me the same. They don't, for whatever reason, I can't like recall words right. It's weird, but I don't know if that's a me thing or you guys too. Anyway, we'll see how we get, how we're doing about 45 minutes in. Christian, great to see you, man. Edge, good morning. Murray, good morning. Erico, good morning. Is it Erico or Erica? Erico. Yeah, that's right. Cutie, good morning. Cosmos, GM. Choina, good to see you, brother. Stitch, GMs. Oh, yeah, dude. I hope everybody's doing well. Like, truly. You know, bags, yes, but just you guys personally, too. Marty, I top blasted on the show, and for a millisecond, I second-guessed it, too. I did. I'm like, oh, fuck, okay. Maybe that was dumb to top blast. But then I reminded myself pretty quickly. I'm like, dude, listen to your own words. Listen to your own words about it's Donald Trump. It's the most popular man in the world. The value of all these coins is like mimetic. It is. And I'm like, every token, every single token out there, maybe with the exception of Bitcoin, is a target. For real. Sometimes YouTube does that, Choina. Sometimes, let me double check. Oh, no, if it's up there, it's up there. Sometimes YouTube's like, sometimes they fuck up. So maybe no notification happens. Iraq, good morning. Shaq, good morning. What do you think happens? You know what? I don't know about the inauguration itself, but I think day one we get an executive order, Bitcoin Strategic Reserve. I think that happens tomorrow. I think tomorrow's game-changing. Tomorrow, I think the real bull market has obviously started, but I think tomorrow's the start of something crazy. Crazy. All right, I might have some co-hosts today. Confusion, I think, is going to come up. He's awesome. Confusion is literally my secret weapon, guys. He is. Like, when I started getting into meme coins and I was just trying to get dialed in, and a strategy when you're trying to get dialed in and trying to find alpha is find the smaller accounts who are very active. It really works. If you're following the influencers with tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of followers, and they drop a ticker, you're late. You're late to the game with those guys. You find the guys who are 3,000 followers, 5, even 10,000, their alpha is so great because they're in really early, but you're also not you're not finding out with everybody else, in crypto Twitter. Confusion is that guy to me. Confusion, I found it he's 6,000, 7,000 followers. And I'm like, oh, he's dialed in. He's got his finger on the pulse of meme coins, and he gets it. And, dude, almost every single coin I've been in that I've done well, that I've been in early, including a lot that I brought up here, they come right from this guy. So he's coming up. He's a special dude. So I'm excited to chat with him here today. But yeah, tomorrow's a really freaking special day. DeYank, good morning. Mike, good morning. Patrick, good morning. Peter, good morning. Yeah, we're okay, man. We think about that chart that we looked at a couple days ago, and where are we at? Optimism, euphoria, whatever. It's definitely euphoria now. It definitely is euphoria. Be aware of that. This is definitely euphoria. Usually euphoria is like the top part of that chart, right? That's getting near the peak. Be very, very aware of that. But also, let me see if I can find that chart. I'm going to put that up here real quick. It's actually pretty important. And I'm going to tell you why I don't think it matters this time. Typical cycle, it would matter a lot. Also, when we look at this chart, that chart has to do more with crypto. And it's a really important point. That chart, when we're looking at where we're at in the cycle, it's more like that's, it's more crypto focused. NFTs run well after crypto. And so whenever crypto peaks, you better believe we've got, months, not just weeks, but months. Like 2021, Bitcoin peaked in November. We had 3 or 4 incredible months in NFTs. The all-time high of the NFT market was after that. So be aware, whenever crypto peaks, we have more. We have way more. All right, here's the chart. Wait, hang on. Guys, smash the like. There we go. Yeah, dude, yesterday was a killer show. And I got to thank you guys. Yesterday was killer. Obviously, like the hottest narrative out there. So, of course, we're going to get some viewers. But yesterday was an all-time high with at least concurrent viewers on the stream on YouTube, guys. We had, at its peak, I think, 160 viewers live. I've never seen that before on the show. I've never seen that on the show before, which is incredible. So thank you guys who are always here. And then an extra thank you to people who are new to tuning in. Again, this is 7 days a week. Saturday, Sunday right here. Monday through Friday over on Slam X Official. But 7 days a week we're doing this. 7 days a week we're early to everything. 7 days a week we're talking about whatever's happening out there. So thank you guys for tuning in and joining. And if you did not subscribe, hit that button, man. Yeah, become a part of this community. We're going to cook with whitelists. If Katz is watching and if Mike is watching, you guys get those other 2 abstracta spots, guys. We got on Friday. We got whitelist for like one of the top 3 hottest projects on Abstract, right? We're going to keep doing that this cycle. We are. Can't wait. Can't freaking wait. Dude, we're going to cook here. And we're going to talk a bit about what's coming. That's what I really want to focus on today. What's coming and where are the opportunities. And we did touch on that even yesterday too, right? When we were looking at the Trump coin, we're like, well, what's the rotation coming to? Like, do I have a 2X in Trump or should I go somewhere else? We nailed that yesterday, guys. We nailed it, and it's easy mode. I'm not saying we're gangsters and like fucking sages at this, but it's easy mode. Everything's going to go up. Everything's going to go up a lot. But we nailed it yesterday in particular, picked the biggest winner. We'll keep doing that all cycle long. Juan, Unicorn Fart Dust, we're absolutely going to talk about. I am very bullish on that. Dude, a 4X on Trump. Loot, I feel the same. I top blasted yesterday. I got out this morning at 2X. Really happy about it. We got to get out of this headspace where we have to time the bottom for our entry and time the top for our exit. That's a trap. It doesn't work like that. I can tell you those big gangster whales don't trade like that. The experienced guys do not trade like that. An analysis on... I don't know if I can, to be totally honest. I'll tell you what, especially when it comes to tokenomics, I can give you an overview about the meme coin ecosystem, the NFT ecosystem, and the builders on it. If we're talking about tokenomics of Solana, the Sol token itself couldn't. It's a mystery to me. It's a complete mystery to me because their supply is strange. Is it fair to say their supply is strange and I can't wrap my head around their tokenomics? So to me, when I see price going up, all I know is I'm always concerned about more tokens. Like just more tokens being put in circulation. That is a thing that happens on Solana. I don't understand their tokenomics, but okay. Well, Echelon, I can give you what most people talk about, who I do trust. Solana's going to 500. This is all you got to do. Like, we're going to throw supply and typical tokenomics out the weekend. Typical hypey, whatever, like just consensus. Solana, and we can look at market cap real quick just to get an idea, like what we can compare it to. $137 billion market cap. A 2x gets it on Ethereum level. That's simple to me. That's my target for it. I think a 2x is like really, really, really possible. I think it's really likely to happen. Solana 2x is kind of my target. If it goes higher, because I think we're about to see crazy numbers. Like, we're conditioned to see these numbers. These numbers are out the window because of what's about to happen in this space. But for a safer, conservative target, sounds crazy, but I put it at Ethereum levels. I think Solana can 2x. It's about as deep as I can go on that right now, but that's ballpark what you're looking for over there. Stitch, dude, appreciate you, man. Ha, Murray, love that. Yeah. Doing them, we'll keep doing them, and more. Like, there's more streams coming, like evening streams and like segments and stuff. We got more coming. 3x bot more Nval. I like that play a lot. I like a rotation back to like pure meme coins too. But yeah, price action in general, just what I was saying about Solana is going to be a monster this cycle. Coinbase listed on Trump listed on Coinbase. Yeah. All right, let's do that real quick. Let's do that. We'll come back to, macro market. But yeah. Coinbase yesterday putting Trump on the roadmap. Not listed yet. And I don't think we have a date for that listing. In fact, let's check that blog post and see. But that's big news. This will be the first T1 listing here. This will be, let's see. Assets on the Ethereum blockchain. Assets on Base. Okay. Assets on Solana. They don't give a date here, I don't believe. Just that it's on their roadmap, and I imagine they're going to fast-track that. But yes, you're going to see Trump on Coinbase. I bet you really soon, too. And then we'll see Binance, and we'll see Crack. It's going to be everywhere. It's too big of a coin. In fact, like, how big is wild. So, yeah, that's it. It's going to get on Robinhood, too. It's just that big of a coin. It'll be on Robinhood. I'm not sure if it'll be the top. That'd be pretty smart to say typically, but I don't think there's anything about this cycle that we can I don't think we can measure this cycle by previous cycles. I think this is just the start. Now, I do see people comparing the Trump coin to the Beeple $69 million sale last cycle. It's fair. It probably is. But I also think we might see a lot of that. It's very different this time around. It's very, very different. It got cracking. Okay, cool. Oh, dude, Murray, that's more than okay, dude. Please. That would help a ton if anybody ever wants to chop up the show. If people want to do that, go for it. That would be awesome. And look, I do want to think if, like, brainstorm if you guys want to, like, launch your own channels and put up content. Like, I don't think I mind. I think that's kind of cool. But yeah, dude, do whatever with this stuff. Yes, the question comes down to what the 87% holding everything will do. Shaq, are you talking about the Trump coin specifically? But guys, look at Trump. Trump is the 13th ranked crypto by market cap. Already, guys, it's what, 24? It's like 36 hours old and is the 13th biggest crypto in the world. So something we talked about on this show is and this is a really important point too, guys. The way you look at the top 10 cryptos today, very familiar faces, right? Might happen, should happen, but maybe not. We're very used to seeing these coins. Like, this is the top 10. We're very locked into that. And I think a lot of people have fallen into a trap thinking, well, this is the top 10. It'll always be the top 10. Even if you're not saying that really, there's just like this kind of like baked in knowledge base that we all have that these are the top cryptos. And AI changed my perception, at least got me thinking about that for this cycle. And it got me realizing that, look, I look at NFT collections, and here's a look at the all-time collections there. It's a little different. It's not apples to apples, but I look at those all-time collections and think how drastically things have kind of changed. Like Axie, not that thing anymore. Bored Apes, fallen from grace. Art blocks, same story. NBA Top Shot, same story. CloneX dead. Sorare, nobody talks about now. And I love them too, by the way. They're excellent. Fantasy sports, right? But I look at that and I'm like, well, dude, obviously we're going to see new top projects on the all-time list. It's just a matter of time till we see that. When I look at crypto, I'm like, you know, especially when the AI stuff came about, I'm like, we're going to see a reshuffling here. This will not look the same. This cycle, it won't. The top cryptos will look maybe even drastically different than we're used to here. And you're now seeing the very start of that. You're seeing the very start of that. So that Trump coin now, number 13, will it become a top 10 crypto? Look, it only has to 2x to make that happen. That Trump coin definitely has a 2x in it still. I shouldn't say definitely because it's pretty damn high right now. But I do think it has a 2x in it. And expect this to change even more. I've said that an AI token is going to become a top 10 crypto this cycle. And as of now, I still have AI16Z as that coin. I do. That could change, but I still have AI16Z as that coin that enters the top 10. It could be Fartcoin. I don't think so, but it could be. But AI16Z is the one. And it's on, is it Binance, is it perps or is it spot trading on Binance? Important factor there, important distinction. Listed on 10% of tokens went to Binance. Yeah. Yeah, let me know too. Let me know too if it's spot or if it's perps. Fartcoin's going to be magic. In fact, Confusion, when he comes on, he's big into Fartcoin, rightfully so. That coin is going to be massive. But is that massive like top 10 in all of crypto? Because for the most part, those top 10 coins are infrastructure plays, right? Bitcoin, Ethereum, Ripple, Tether, Solana, BNB, USDC, Cardano, and Lido. All those are infrastructure coins other than Doge. The number one meme coin is the only exception there in the top 10. Does that change? I think so. I do. I think we'll see multiple top cryptos that are meme coins. Because honestly, most of the value of these cryptos, it's the meme. It's memetic. It's not like that the tech is worth that much. Maybe some of them, yeah. Hang on, I got Nifty Q. I'm just making him do something real quick. I'm making him say the words. I'm making him. You guys know the words. Okay. We'll set this up. Let me see if somebody can get it first. What are the words? What are the magic words? I'll leave it at that. I don't know if anybody's gonna get this. Dude, what the fuck is going on with Warped Pond? I finally sold my Warped Pond yesterday getting Trump and I 2x'd and amazing. Amazing. What are you scared to screw up, Joe? Boom, Cat's got it. Those are the words, dude. Those are I'm trying to get Q to say it because Q is not that dude. Q is not at this time. You guys get it. It's so fucking different. It is. It is. It's as simple as strategic reserve and national security thing. It is. Bitcoin's going to be a national security matter. It is. It's so different that I think everything that's happened before, I'm talking all these years of crypto, barely anything we learned matters. In fact, this will sound crazy too, but I think everything that's happened the past 10 years, that was all warm up. It is officially game time for crypto. All the rules are out of the window. Nothing applies anymore. We don't know how high this can go. We don't know how fast it can happen. But we saw with Trump's coin, we saw a taste of what can happen when there's no fear about repercussions, good or bad. I'm not saying that's even a good thing because there's some questionable stuff about this. It's right if you're looking at it and you're like, I don't know if that's right. Either way, that's what it looks like when there's no fear about the SEC throwing you in jail. Look, there's going to be rules. There will be some regulations. There will be. But when they talk about that this is like the golden age of crypto, that this will be the crypto capital of the world and that it's time to like foster building, then what we just saw in Trump is going to become the new norm. It's going to become like what happened with Trump. I know with that BOEM token, people said we'd never see a token run to $1 billion overnight ever again. And I'm like, no, you guys got this wrong. We are definitely going to see coins run to $1 billion. We definitely are. And then we saw a coin run to 4, 5, 6 billion, whatever Trump is. Then we saw that. Guys, we're going to see a lot of that. It's not the same game. Don't use everything you know from before and say that's That is the limit of what we can do this time. And that's what people are doing, by the way. People see what we did last cycle, and they're like, okay, well, that's how it worked last time. We should see the same, and maybe we see like a little more, a little higher. Or maybe people are like, we can't even go that high again because, that was it. That was the peak. I'm like, man, no. That was just a taste of what comes. Now picture what happens when you have millions more people in, exponentially more people and exponentially more money in it. Everything you saw there times whatever number now. We don't even know. That's where you can't predict this stuff. We don't know how much bigger, but we know it is multiples bigger now. Whatever we saw then, multiples bigger, faster, higher this time. Meme coin saturation will be a thing. For now, doesn't matter. For now, this is us being ahead of that wave. This is our 2021 and NFTs time where, yes, there's a lot of people in here. Yes, there's a lot of NFTs already, but it's not enough. It's not enough. Now the supply does not meet the demand that's coming in here. As crazy as that sounds with as many meme coins as there are, this is us at the front of that wave. And man, when that really comes in, and it has started, but it's not really here yet, pushes everything we're in up, up, up. That saturation will happen. And then the rotation to NFTs comes. And man, we're going to eat there, guys. The rotation to NFTs is going to be something special. The rotation to the AI stuff. There's going to be so many sectors, and I'm still watching out for something else to come up that we're not planning for. Something like SocialFi. Something like prediction markets. Something that's not what we're focused on right now. It's been a little meta before. Something like that's going to pop up and is going to do some crazy stuff too. Okay, yeah. Joe, Joe's scared to take some profits now. Dude, again, you got to get in the headspace of just locking in wins and not timing the top. It doesn't matter. In fact, I might argue that opportunity cost should be the biggest factor. At the very least, as big of a factor, as in parking your money and leaving it in something, is that costing you an opportunity elsewhere? And a lot of times it does. And the opportunities are going to come so fast and furious that, man, being in and out of these things and ready for the next play is probably a good decision. It all matters on your time in the space. How much time do you have in the space to be able to put at looking at stuff and catching the next runner, and then in and out of that, and then catching the next runner and the next runner? If that's not your game, if you don't have all day to sit at your computer, if you can't do that, then you're probably going to want to park your money in a coin like Trump. But, man, no, if you're here and active, it's probably is something to be said for in and out, and don't give a fuck about time in the top, because that doesn't matter. It literally does not matter. All right, I got confusion here. Let me bring the man up. Got a couple other points I'm going to hit on too, but we'll do it with my bro. Yo, good morning, man.
Hey, good morning. How's it going?
Dude, good. It's going good. It's so fucking wild, man. I kind of can't believe it, but also we've been chatting now for months, and I think we've been on the same page with what's coming, and feels like it just started, right?
Yeah, it definitely does. That so much liquidity's come in, right? With this Trump coin, it's just gonna get crazy, probably.
Yeah. I can't even do the. I don't know. It's just fucking nuts. All right. Okay, so we're getting the Coinbase listing. I'm assuming that's spot. People mentioned that it's already on. Oh, this is Trump, by the way. It's already on Binance. I still don't know if that's perps or if that's spot trading, but either way, big deal. But guys, okay. Yesterday we threw out some picks. First off, we were predicting price for Trump, and I think we kind of all agreed it's still definitely got a 2x, and it might have a 3x, and beyond that, who knows? Because again, we can't even guess at where this stuff is going. We can't. But at the very least, when we were looking at Trump market cap, and I'm going to pull that up real quick, and actually it was FDV we were looking at. So we were thinking, how high can that really go? Could that get like, I don't know, ETH levels or Cardano levels, which sounds kind of crazy. But when we start talking about what's really the value of these things, and it's memetic, it's not the tech is worth that much. Well, then there's nothing bigger or more memeable than Donald Trump. So a very specific example yesterday, and I think this is kind of cool. I remember pulling up Hyperliquid and said, there's no reason Trump can't flip Hyperliquid FTV. Like, we saw potential there. We saw how high Hyperliquid got. Well, Trump is a bigger name or brand, so that's our first target of what it can flip. And it did flip that. It's exactly what happened. So Trump flipped Hyperliquid and market cap. FTV, I think, yes, has absolutely blown that away, but this is how we have to start measuring tokens, not by, well, what's a comparable product worth? I don't think that works anymore. At least in this kind of part, in this part of the cycle, when it is FOMO season, it's starting. That doesn't work. It's literally what's more popular. I think that's fair to say. What's more popular? And then I also threw out ARK. As far as we know, there's going to be a rotation from Trump back to AI and to pure memes, and I can't wait for that. But throughout ARK. ARK was my pick along with Nval and the Bull, and those are my fun picks. But my real product pick, my real AI token pick was ARK, and ARK, by dumb luck, happened to be the one. ARK almost up 2x yesterday, just in that little short, 12 to 24-hour window. Let's say it's like 70% at this point, but the rotation is coming. It'll be there, but at least yesterday, we nailed those picks, guys. We will keep nailing those picks and calls here. By luck and just by experience. It's a combination of the two. But so let's go here. Let's start here with you, Confusion. What are your general thoughts on Trump? Let's say like what it means for the space, and then like predictions, let's say even in the short term, where do you think it goes?
Yeah, so yeah, like you're saying, I think it would just it is bringing back all the kind of normal non-AI memes, bringing a lot of volume to those. I think it can continue. I think, I guess he's the 47th president, right? So some people are saying, can he get to 47 billion? That's kind of, what's the word, like optimistic, but you never know. And then I guess there's $100 kind of psychological price tag as well. So that's probably, I think that's a 2x. No, less than a 2x, right? That's probably more possible. It just depends on the market. And I guess, is this inauguration, is it tomorrow he's getting, okay.
And
so
you know what?
Goes.
That's it. Any predictions we want to make, right now is probably the worst time to make them. Tomorrow's the time where we really get an idea of what they're going to do. And tomorrow it's time to start making some big, bold predictions. Like if he says strategic Bitcoin reserve, we're like, okay. And then what does that look like? And by the way, what other coins? Because he's also open to, this is kind of crazy, Trump is also open to holding other tokens as a strategic reserve if they're US based. So like Solana and like, I bet Coinbase is going to launch a coin. I think it's getting more clear that they probably will. Other US Ripple, right? They might actually have that potential too. So we learn a fuck ton tomorrow. Fucking crazy, man. Just crazy how this happened kind of so fast, isn't it?
Yeah, it is crazy. You got to be careful. Like, if you're buying at this price, a lot of people are up like millions. So, it's very possible. It's probably likely that it's going to go higher, but you just got to be careful not to like FOMO too much of your bag if you're buying at this price.
It's funny though, because when you start thinking about that, like yikes, it is pretty fucking high. These guys are up big, and usually people are out at that point. People are going to lock in their gains, but this one feels different too. Hate to keep saying that, but it does, because there's something that's still there to keep people in. It's that the supply is so little, and I know those guys who got those big bags get tokenomics enough. They get supply demand, and they're like, man, I get the price is astronomical, but only 200 million tokens in circulation. Still no T1. Well, I can't say no T1 listings anymore, but that more T1 listings are still coming, and I think they still see that potential. And I'm not so sure that they're going to do what they typically would do, which is sell their tokens when they're up so big, because this thing I feel like it's got a lot more room. It's a matter of how high, and how the fuck do you predict it when what's happening now is happening? I legitimately don't know, man. It's true. It's gonna get silly. It's gonna get silly fast. I got a tweet from Frank DeGods up on the screen, and this is maybe more to remind people of what's coming, and to remind people, if you missed it, get over it. Just get over it. It's I even mentioned a Confusion this morning. I'm like, dude, you got to look at this almost like not a financial event. It kind of is, but I'm like, look at it like it's like just news that dropped. Right? News dropped that a fuck ton new users are coming into the space, and a ton of new liquidity just injected into space, and just that should be the only takeaway from this coin, if that's what happened. And then to Frank's point, Frank's saying, now imagine what happened with Trump happens every few days randomly. That is what's coming. That's the stage that we just entered here, because that is what 21 felt like. When I make that analogy about the supply and us being ahead of it, that is what's coming here, guys. Tons of new users, tons of money, and that money is not necessarily going to extract. That money is here because they see that opportunity. They're going to keep rolling it into the next thing and the next thing and the next thing. And man, That is what is coming.
I think you're seeing it a little bit with the beta plays like USA coin. That's up like it's a Murad coin too, I guess, but that's up crazy today. UFD, Fartcoin, like a lot of other memes are getting. I think the thing that there's a guy I follow, Alpine Star. He made a lot on the Trump trade, and then he put it back into like ARK. So yeah, I guess like you're saying, people are taking profits and putting it back into other good coins, and then those people, people take profits from those, and it will filter down, trickle down everywhere. So it's a very good liquidity event.
Dude, it's crazy. The rotation, it's we got to keep that eye on Trump to find out when that rotation is going to happen. Again, I don't think those big guys are looking to get out yet. I think they see still big potential, right? If they thought they got another 10, 20% to gain, they're probably out. But if they're still seeing a 2, 3x, that's why we're not seeing a strong rotation yet. I don't know that that's far off, but it doesn't feel like it's right now. Some exceptions here, though. I got Fartcoin up. I know you're giga bullish on Fartcoin, and that's cooking, man. $2.3 billion market cap now. How bullish are you on Fartcoin, by the way?
Yeah, I mean, obviously it's all-time high, so it's like, and it's a pretty high market cap. But the way I was looking at it is you have to look at the coins getting a bid during this liquidity black hole from Trump, and the main benefiter was Fartcoin. I just think that it's so ridiculous that it will keep getting media headlines and everything like that. And imagine, like Fartcoin flips the Apple market cap. I don't know if that's possible, right? But these types of headlines will keep coming out. It's just ridiculous. So I just think TradFi will keep always talking about it. So I think my short-term target is if Fartcoin will flip Pepe. I think.
Wild.
And if obviously this depends on Trump. So Trump has to keep going higher, and then Fartcoin and like UFD and other ones should follow.
What's Pepe market cap?
I think it's only $6 billion, so it's like quite possible, right?
Yeah, let me see here. Yeah, let me peek at Pepe. 6.6 bill. Fartcoin needs a 3x. Is it 3x to get there? Yeah.
Yeah, which is not. Like the people who are, again, I've noticed a lot of people who are in Fartcoin just don't want to sell. They have ridiculous targets as well. So yeah.
It's a better meme. As legendary as Pepe is, Fartcoin's different. It's so different. It's almost the perfect coin. It's so relatable to anybody, any age, any background, anything, and then also it leans on. It's part of the AI narrative. It's like a perfect coin. I see no downside to that coin, like nothing. So I think I'm with you with that prediction. That thing's got like monster potential.
There's no execution risk as well because
none.
There's no team. There's actually no team. The dev sold. There's like no one. I think there's a Twitter account, but I don't think even people care about that. So yeah, there's nothing really in a way to kind of worry about, I guess.
Dude, stupid potential. Unreal. Like I wish I had bags packed. I wish. Okay, I want to throw up Pengu real quick. First off, chat's saying that people speculating that a Solana ETF is coming soon, and I would bet that too, right? Yep. We had multiple Solana ETF filings late last year, but I have a feeling they're going to be fast-tracked now. Like, especially Trump launching a meme coin on Solana, the Trump team buying Sol, like they're fucking buying Sol.
Yeah, so they it looks like they took out like 500 mil and they put it into a Trump liquidity pool, right? And then with the fees, they earn like crazy fees, and then they bought Solana with those fees. So yeah, all signs point to a Solana ETF.
Yes,
fast track. Yeah.
Real, like I won't be surprised to see. Look, I don't know what kind of like clerical stuff has to happen behind the scenes to make them happen, but if like Trump, like he can do with an executive order, if he has a way to fast track that stuff, he will. He will.
And also, don't forget the crypto czar guy, David Sachs. He is the kind of indirectly biggest holder of Solana, so he has an interest to kind of do it.
Yep. Marty, I think there's only room for so many memes, and Trump is bumped down. Whiff, bonk, Pengu, Pepe. I think so. At a point in the market, absolutely, we get to like the saturation level, and like there's just not infinite liquidity. but there might be this time, at least, like, look, in this short bull run that we're going to have, and I don't know how short, I don't know how long, but there is a period of time where it almost doesn't apply. You know, I think money's going to pump into Bitcoin. Guys are going to take their profits from Bitcoin and keep rolling it into these memes. I don't think we have to consider stuff like that quite yet, Marty. There's definitely a point, and definitely, you know, deeper into the cycle, that is a big factor. Like, the majors have sucked up the liquidity. The other guys are limited with how high they can go. But right now, I think, no, everybody's going to full port everything. And people will get wrecked along the way. People will lose along the way. But for now, we will eat from this stuff. I still look at Pengu as one of the best opportunities out there. Easily. It's a 1.7 bill market cap right now. Nothing has changed my opinion on where it goes. Sheeb levels. I still think it gets to Sheeb levels, which I'm going to peak, but I think is like, well, I don't know how much it's pulled back. Maybe 12 bill. I'm going to guess. Let me peek at that. But Pengu, with what they have coming, blockchain coming. Where the fuck is Sheeb? With a blockchain coming, with partnerships, with, I think, a movie or animation, with 2 video games coming. Pengu, I still think, represents NFTs, is the face of NFTs. NFT super cycle is coming too, just like we're seeing in meme coins. NFT super cycle is coming, and Pengu at 1.7 bill feels way too cheap. Shocking to say that a token in the billions feels cheap, but man, it feels really cheap. And it's worth pointing this out too. Let me grab this. CZ tweeted this. FOMO just starting. It is. It's just starting. That was, you know, yesterday was the first thing that brings people in. Look at okay, if we're going to compare what happened yesterday to the Beeple sale, $69 million sale, February of 2021. The peak of the NFT market wasn't for a full year after that. This stuff does not mean that was the top. It means that was the first thing to get people's attention. And maybe it just even woke them up. They're not in yet, but they heard about it. They saw it. Now it's on their radar. And then another story is going to happen that will also get their attention. And then another thing will happen. And then they hear that their friend just made enough money to buy a car. Right? They hear that. And then they hear a story of somebody else, maybe same dude, made enough money to buy a house. Eventually, those things add up, and finally the person says, fuck it, dude. How do I get in? Please, just tell me how to get in. This FOMO is just starting. It doesn't happen right at once because of the big event, and I'm telling you, man, this stuff will keep happening over and over and over again. Oh, boy. But we are definitely seeing the start. Moonshot saying 400,000 new people on chain in the last 24 hours. I don't know if they're measuring that via the Moonshot app, or I don't know exactly where they're grabbing that metric from. Maybe it's new wallets on Solana. That I'm not sure. But it's certainly starting. I don't know if it's tip of the iceberg yet, but it is the first new rush, of new users in a big way. Guys, just freaking starting here. But to tie these together here, new people coming in, learning about Trump coin. Guys, if they don't know about Pudgy Penguins, they're going to, right? I assume people know, but if they don't, they're going to. Binance US changed their PFP to a Pudgy Penguin, guys. It's a big time sign of what's coming and what the narratives are going to be. Look, this is important to say. Pudgy Penguins, we think of them as NFTs. And now we're starting to think of them as crypto too, because the Pengu token. Luca Nets has always said here that Pudgy Penguins are not going to be the face of NFTs. He said they're going to be the face of crypto. He's thinking much bigger. Like, he wants crypto to have a mascot, and he wants that mascot to be a Pudgy Penguin. And these are the little signs you got to look to for that. So I'll go back to the Pengu price. At 1.7 bill, face of crypto, mascot of crypto, biggest name on the NFT side, and now brands like Van Eck and Binance and even Uniswap for a period rocking Pudgy Penguins. Yeah, I'm sorry, 1.7 bill feels cheap. You got any thoughts, by the way, Confusion Pengu, like predictions and like where you see its place in this ecosystem?
Yeah, I think Pengu is one of them, like you said, really like a really normie-friendly meme. And with Abstract coming up, if they announce some sort of like staking or something like that, then it's gonna get bid. So yeah, I'm definitely looking at Pengu right now as well, and just can't fade Luca, right, and then that team.
I dig it. All right, I'm trying to find Sheeb. Like, again, just to get that price target. Where the fuck is this? Okay, memes. Sheeb is still like a top 5 meme, right? And Trump is a meme. I keep forgetting it's actually classified as a meme. It is. Sheeb is, wow, dude. Hang on. Okay, 12.4 bill market cap. So yeah, I think Pengu's got a 7-ish X, something like that. So somewhere in that ballpark, 6 or 7X I still see for Pengu. Plus, Pengu holders are probably getting an abstract airdrop too. I think Pengu is one of the easiest plays. And like when I talk about opportunity cost, Pengu you're going to see cook, I think, within the next week because their blockchain launches in the next week, maybe 2 weeks at the most, but it is coming in January. So the Pudgy Penguin narrative is about to hit high gear at the perfect time when everybody is looking for the next thing to rotate to. That's what everybody's watching for, right? It's what we're talking about. It's what people outside are talking about. Pudgy Penguin's going to be served up to them, and I think almost universally people are going to say that looks like a discount. That looks cheap. It's well off its all-time highs, and at that all-time high, people bought because they pictured it going significantly higher. So I think Pudgy Penguin is like the now play, and do with that what you will. But I think Pudgy Penguin is short term the thing. Okay, let me go through some comments here real quick. Any thoughts on Anime's anime coin? I'm not that bullish, but I also am hoping they have some surprises for us. I just wonder if they're going to get lost in the mix. Like, boy, Trump was so spectacular. Like, it was literally a spectacle. It's going to take a lot to wow people right now. Anime chain, if it's just the chain, just the coin, and we're going to build it and see where it goes. If it's just something like that, I don't know. And right now, Azuki's kind of in trouble, and even holders with price action. In fact, there's a whole bunch of Azuki loans that are underwater and about to get liquidated, which is going to be a disaster. Like, we might see their floor price on the NFTs crumble. So I'm bullish on one hand. On the other hand, I see this scenario actually happening right now, like building up where it might not be so great. So that I'm not sure. Jordan, when do you think NFTs run again? Imminently. Like, it's coming in the next couple of weeks. It's Abstract Chain that's going to kick it off. There's some really hot mints coming over there. If and when Barachain launches, like, it's going to launch. It's a matter of when. But if that launches too, there's some hot NFTs there. I think Abstract Chain is going to kickstart the NFT like Gigable. But I will say, I don't think the peak of NFTs is till next year. I still think we're a year off from the all-time high of the NFT market. Confusion, what are your thoughts there?
Yeah, agreed. I think, abstract. There's some interesting mints over there. Like, I was looking. I haven't been too closely paying attention, but the ones that stand out to me at the moment is Abstra Universe, I think, and Final Bosu. They both look really good. I think Abstra Universe comes like a free mint, like your first free mint, and the hype is crazy on that one. And then Final Bosu, just the content they're putting out, I think it's like some anime project, the trailers and stuff is getting a lot of hype. So yeah, those two look really good. And then on Barachain, so much stuff is doing well on Barachain. It's actually crazy. Which one?
Say the one. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't have that. I know you have a spot, right? You were telling me. I don't have a spot, but yeah, that I'll definitely be watching. Steady Teddy's on secondary. If I can get one, maybe I might get one. There's actually a hyped mint today. The honey jar. It's going to be a gas wall.
On what chain?
I think on Eth.
Okay.
So it's OX Honeyjar is the Twitter account. So you've probably seen their collection honeycombs. They're quite a high floor. They're like 0.8 or so, 0.7 floor. So basically,
wow,
you need to collect the honeycomb, and then there's 6 honey jars. So the 5 have minted already, but number 6 is minting today, and the guaranteed people have minted, but there's first come first serve, but there's only like 1,000 left, and probably like 10,000 people trying to mint it. So basically, you need the whole collection to be part of the Appiology DAO, which is like the best DAO apparently the best DAO in Barachain. It's going to have so many benefits. So I'll be trying.
Too complicated. Fuck all that. It's so complicated. No, I mean, yes, like, people should try for this, but
yeah. Well, you had to be in the snapshot, so you had to hold the honeycomb and 5 jars to even be able to mint today. So yeah, see how that goes. But,
okay.
Definitely want to pay attention to this. I think they're the OG kind of collection on Barra. So.
Man, I dig it. All right. Well, so far my only exposure to Barachain is going to be that Steady Teddy mint. I got a whitelist via CyberKongz. I'll say this, guys. I think Baby Kongs. Let me actually pull up the price, but I think Baby CyberKongz. If people don't know, like legendary ETH collection, hot years ago. The past year and a half, guys. If you heard Henry the Grape talking yesterday, it's my younger brother on the CyberKongz team. They've been having to do the past year and a half with both hands tied behind their backs because they were under SEC investigation. It's going to come to a screeching halt now, thank you to Trump. But they're one of the cleanest projects out there, period. These guys did everything the right way. But yeah, they kind of, I don't want to say fell from grace, but in a way, I think people would look at it like that. Point there is, hang on, I'm going to pull this up. When I look at like opportunities out there, I won that Steady Teddy whitelist from the CyberKongz. From holding a Baby Kong. They do whitelists to fucking every major mint just about because they're very well connected. They're very well respected in this space. That Steady Teddy NFT is probably going to sell for 2 to 5 ETH. Man, these things, for me and my time with them, Baby Kong has paid for itself probably 100 or 200 times over. It's been insane, the gains I've had or the wins I've had from them. So I put them on the radar because they're not astronomically priced right now, 0.41 ETH. I'm not saying buy them, but I am saying one of your plays or something you should be watching is what are things you can hold to get great access and that has great alpha. They are still those guys like hardcore trench warriors on any chain, right? They're into the AI stuff on Solana, on Base. They're Bitcoin degens with ordinals and runes. They're everywhere in everything, and I think at 0.41, I can just say I highly recommend it for the alpha and the whitelist opportunities. Again, what you hit one whitelist, if it's the right one, and they get access to all the right ones, they do pay for themselves. So gotta put that on your radar. Somebody asked, what was it? Thoughts on Zerebro. I don't love Zerebro, and that said, even when I say that, the way that this market is going, everything cooks, including Zerebro. I don't like Zerebro, though, because, let me pull it up. I don't think it has enough special stuff about it. 180 mil market cap. This probably gets back to like 500 mil, whatever. It probably does that, but I'm not sure. I'm not so sure. But that said, I do think the AI thing is also going to enter a super cycle. Like everything is going to explode. So I'm not trying to say that this is not going to go up. In fact, I would bet a lot of money it will. But I don't think it has a lot unique about it. It was kind of at first a copycat of GOAT, the Truth Terminal ecosystem. It's just another agent who's kind of wild. And then they tacked on little things like, oh, he's going to make music. And then what did he do? I think they made maybe they've made it some sort of launch pad. It's just not enough. It always feels like it's playing catch up. I know they added on features where it can start tweeting like news and maybe market points. I'm like, okay, I like that stuff a lot, but I don't think he's like pioneering anything. I don't think that dev is really pushing this. It's just, again, always feeling catch up because they don't have anything unique. That said, there's an NFT mint coming, I think, this week called Zerebully. And I think that's going to cook. If they can keep staying relevant here by partnering with the right people, then they can at least keep in that info, like in the mind share, and it can cook. But, just to sum it up, though, I'm not super bullish on Zerebro when there's other AI coins that I'm like really, really bullish on. Trump, you know what? That's a good point, Whirly Girl. Trump is the mascot. That's a really fucking good point. That's a really great point. So now let's see, because Luca Netz is a marketing genius. Hang on, confusion dropped. I got to add him back. Because Trump is a marketing genius. Luke is a marketing genius. Let's see if confusion. I'm just going to mute him in between, but unmute whenever. Let's see if Luca gets a little something going with Trump. You know what I mean? Like Luca's gotten Pudgies everywhere that matters. I'm not going to be shocked to see a Luca Netz, Donald Trump, something. I don't know what that is, but not shocked. Not shocked. Man, that's right. Kat's newly got a CyberKongz. Whirly Girl won a CyberKongz on the afternoon show, which is fucking awesome. Yeah, really cool. You know what? Confusion's pretty well dialed into AI. You got any thoughts on Zerebro as well?
Yeah, I kind of like it too. This level, I think they were just trying to do too much. Like they were trying to just follow what 16 was doing, whereas like they should just kind of focus on their own stuff. Like it was cool how they did the music and all that sort of stuff. Yeah, I think they're definitely one to watch. They've got a lot of mind share, and good devs and stuff. But I just think Arc, like you were saying earlier, the team just seems way better. So I prefer Arc as well.
Dude, that team, the Arc team is so dialed in, and the biggest thing they got going for them is honestly, it's the Pudgy Penguin thing. It's the fact that Arc is going to be building on Abstract too. So Arc is going to be Launchpad framework on Solana and built in their native program coding language in Rust, and now also building in Abstract. They've got Arc has some of the biggest potential out there right now. It really does. It really does. Like, that is going to be a $1 billion token. Beyond that, I don't know, but I kind of think it's a multi-billion dollar token because I think everything's going to inflate so much. I think Arc is a major play, and it's a major short-term play here too. We've rotated away from AI over the past few weeks, like pretty significantly, and still, and I can just say, like, vibes-wise, because if you look at market cap, the AI stuff as of a few days before the Trump thing, it hit an all-time high of over 18 bill, and when it did that, it did not feel like AI was the meta. It didn't. It felt like that had pulled back. What I think when we feel that rush back to AI is when we start getting those astronomical fucking crazy prices. And when that happens, I think Arc is going to be one of the leaders there. I would bet on that personally. And I did bet on them early. I was in Arc at like 20 mil, and I'm out now. And I will tell you too, I learned of Arc from Confusion like I do like a lot of my plays. Again, he's very early to pretty much everything. He's excellent at this shit. I have a chart up, by the way, that chart I mentioned earlier, like where are we at in the cycle? When we brought this up last week, we felt we were between maybe we were at belief thrill. We were just above belief, and that is certainly where I felt we were at. What's interesting now is it feels euphoric out there. It does. But if this time is truly different, the base is growing, the amount of money coming in is different, the policy is different. If it's truly different, I don't know if this chart applies anymore, or we need to adjust this chart. This chart needs to be different. And maybe Euphoria, you know what? No, I wasn't going to say Euphoria needs to move down, but maybe what we feel is euphoric right now, it's truly just the thrill part. What if we're still between belief and thrill? I'm euphoric and I haven't won. And I imagine you guys are in the same place too, right? Usually with Euphoria, we've actually won something. We're actually up pretty big. I don't think everybody here. I think everybody here has won either on Trump or something. I think we're all feeling. I don't think it is actually tangible yet, though. So I'm going with still maybe right at thrill, and I think you got to extend this thing quite a bit. Okay, I don't know if you can see the chart confusion, but where would you pick we're at, and do you think that chart needs to change?
No, I think I agree with you. Yeah. I don't know. I'm not a big person with charts. I'm more kind of narratives and stuff. But yeah.
Yep. And by the way, this isn't the Bible either. It's just a chart that is out there that we use just to, kind of try to measure ourselves, which is really hard to do in a space that is actually pretty damn new. I mean, 10 years is not that old. But in a space that's so new that it keeps evolving, that keeps growing, that keeps having things happen like what happened over the past few days, this is not our gospel here. It is just something to get the conversation going. Oh, now, over time, we'll probably be able to dial this in a little better. But, man, it's just one of those things that we use to try to measure ourselves because that's the best you can do. We just try. But, boy, it's going to be crazy. Here's just to show kind of conversation that's out there on X. Here is Gordon Goddard. This won't be the only meme coin one-shot generational wealth event this year. He's correct. It will not be. To compare this to NFTs, $69 million Beeple sale. Everyone on the planet seeing it or will see. Get ready to see familiar faces pop up. Yep. Profits will. Yeah, he's right, man. Profits will flow to NFTs. They will. And why I think it's the super cycle for NFTs, it's the younger generation that now has access to these markets. And I always use my kids as an example. My son's going to be 18 in a couple months. He's heard about NFTs from me now for 4 years. That's crazy to think, but for 4 years. He's a teenager, right? He was a young teenager when I first got in. And he heard about it. He's accustomed to it. He's a gamer, all that stuff. And now, finally, for the first time, he can be a participant in this. I'm sorry, but the NFT user base, we didn't lose people. I would say for the most part, we didn't lose people. People probably mostly got the tech. It clicked. It made sense. A lot of people, like the normies who are not here active, they've thought it was a scam from the beginning. Maybe it hasn't clicked for them. But I still think for the most part, and actually I'm going to pull up a chart of buyer sellers. I think we maintained almost pretty flat our level of buyer sellers from last cycle through the bear market till now. And I think we're about to get a big old like injection of new buyer sellers. Again, a whole new generation coming in here. I'd bet on that too. I really would. So I'm going to pull up real quick buyer sellers just to eyeball what this is looking like. Yeah, here we go. Global NFT market. I mean, dude, if you look at where we're at now, all-time buyers, sellers, where we're at right now, nowhere close to the peak of last cycle. And again, I will argue that we're going to see, I don't even know how to quantify it, but a 2, 3, 4, 5x the amount of buyer sellers because so many new people, because of the people Trump's bringing in, because of the TikTok generation, RIP TikTok, but people who got exposed to Chill Guy and other tokens through that, right? I think this chart is going to look something silly. And so what I've always said too is this moment we're at right here, and I'm going to show the black line is sales volume. That moment there is this moment right here, early 2021, right? That's where we're at with NFTs right now. This is what's coming, except the users, buyers, sellers being so much higher. I think this right here is actually like up here, like significantly higher, so much more volume. It's going to make that last cycle look like practice, like fucking practice. That's Cosmos. That pullback a week ago shook people. Can you fucking believe a week ago people were saying that they think it's over? Can you believe that? Like, I don't even know what I am. I'm part annoyed at like the caliber of like influencer we have out there. Confusion, dude. I don't think most of these guys get anything. A lot of those guys have money. And when you have money, you're looked at as an expert, right? That's just kind of what happens in this space. People follow the guys with money. They think, oh, because they got the money, they know this stuff like better than anyone. And the truth is, and I'm just going to say it, a lot of the people who made money, there is a good amount of luck in this space. But I would clarify that. I don't think if you put yourself in the position to make that money, it's luck. I'm not that guy. Like, this is a meme. People say, oh, you got lucky by getting rich in crypto, right? Normies say that to crypto people. I'm not saying it like that. But when you're in here, there is a big degree of luck picking the thing that actually is going to win. There is. It is just a fact. I think we all know it. And there's a ton of skill that goes with it too. But ultimately, point there is those guys, just because they have those big old bags, does not mean they truly, truly, truly get this stuff. And I'm just reminded of that as I see all these tweets out there, especially since yesterday, people saying, hey, guys, it's different this time, right? You see everybody saying that it's different this time. They weren't saying that when Trump won the election in November. They weren't. They're saying it now, finally, when it was the most obvious thing in the fucking world. Cosmos, I'm saying confidence and belief really starting now. Yeah. Yeah, I think that's what it is. You know what it is? Those guys just got enough confidence to say that finally. They probably felt it, but now they can actually say it out loud. E-Rock, too bad Sol NFTs weren't hyped. Most noobs in the space will have Sol exposure, though, through meme coins. They may not bother converting to another chain. Yeah, dude, okay, I bet Confusion has got some thoughts here, but I think the entire Solana NFT ecosystem is like criminally underpriced, like fucking crazy. What do you think Confusion bags on Solana and like the price of this stuff right now?
Yeah, it probably is like the commenter said, it's probably like more people will be focusing more on memes, but yeah, like something like Mad Lads, you know, it's getting airdrops to like everything, and they're doing their own exchange and everything. So yeah, I do think they will get a bid. They will get a bid at some point. It's just an attention game. The attention's not there right now, but when one of them, you know, gets big attention, the whole ecosystem will then run. So it's good to, in my opinion, it's good to position in a few projects if you can, and just wait.
Yeah, I think like Claynosaur's like also criminally undervalued.
Claynosaur's is brilliant.
Dude, $4,000. It's a $4,000 NFT, and for something that does have something coming on Netflix, they do. Whether it's just a game on Netflix or what, they have something coming on Netflix. SMB is one of the hottest things. They're $7K, and when you look at the price of Ethereum NFTs, it's just, man, there will be parity there. They should be damn near the same, especially with that user base growing.
Wait, Dogos is another good one.
Which one?
Dogos. It's probably not there, but it's in the top maybe 20 or something.
Dogos is a really interesting one because they have legit influencers there. They do, and I like those guys. They have some of the most, yeah, dude. Like the 4 guys who you recognize their faces and huge Twitter accounts. The team behind that, it's Choose Rich Nick and it's Easy Eats Bodega or whatever, and it's Pio and Clemente. Fucking all of them are excellent, and their collection. I mean, last I saw was like 5 Sol. What is it now? It's $600 for their collection. It does not make sense. It never has made sense.
And that would be my pick because it's not too expensive.
2 Sol, dude. It's 2 fucking Sol.
Yeah,
that is going to be 20-30.
Yeah, so I think that's the one I would pick if I'd have to choose because, yeah, like they're very active on the timeline. You know, they're known people. What if they do a tokening feature? You know, a lot of people listen to their shows. So they've got a lot of, you know, I think they're a good team to bet on.
Fuck, dude, I'm about to buy one right now. I've had one before. It does not make sense that they're this low. It does not make sense. It does. I'm telling you guys, I can't think of a single reason it's actually that low. They are too big and too popular and are too OG. Everybody's going to support them at some point. I'm sorry. I don't see a world where when we get through the peak of this market, I don't see a world where they're not at minimum 10 Sol. At minimum. And to me, like 20, 30 maybe makes more sense for them.
Yeah, I got to look at Mad They did reach 10 at one point, so they kind of go. So.
Yeah, dude, exactly. They've been there. It does not make sense. Bodago's easy play.
And the
Eron.
AI 16Z one as well.
Yes.
I think that, I don't know what is that right now.
5.
But that's a good one, I think.
Yeah, actually, I'll tie that into something else that somebody asked about. I gotta address Eroc's comment, and I'd like your thought on it too. But Eroc's saying the new wave may just be a shitcoin bull run. Hope not, though. It's a fair question. It is. There's no scenario I can picture that happening. None. And it's because of one very simple but very important thing: greed. It's just greed. That people will make money in shitcoins, and they will make a lot of it. And that people then need to chase the next meme coin and the next meme coin and the next meme coin. And at some point that does start running out. At some point it does. Although I still argue this is a new forever thing. There will always be gambling on meme coins, even in bear markets. I think bear markets will never look the same either. But when it starts fizzling out, they will certainly be looking at, or even if they're not looking, they will start hearing about, wait, what, you just made money? What? You just made money on an NFT? Oh, I heard about those. I thought those were dead. Right? And they're like, wait, you made how much? You made 10 grand? Like, what was it? Should I get one? And everybody will be like, no, don't get that. That's already done. But there's a new thing coming out tomorrow. You should definitely try for that. Right? That's what will happen. It's not a maybe happens. That is a definite will happen. It will absolutely happen. Those meme coin guys are almost definitely coming to NFTs. A big chunk of them are. Won't be shocked if it's an astronomical number of them coming to NFTs. But, dude, no doubt whatsoever, none. Like, literally zero doubt that this is... It's impossible that it's just a meme coin cycle. It is absolutely going to be an NFT cycle too. It's definitely going to cook. Do you got any thoughts on that confusion? Like, is there a scenario where like meme coiners just stay in meme coins? They'd never touch NFTs?
There is a scenario, but yeah, I think
yes. Hang on, I can't hear you at all now.
Sorry, can you hear me now?
Barely.
Yeah, no, what I was saying is it's probably, we'll find a way to get people back into JPEGs again. I think even if it's just the native CT people who make money and then roll back in, I think there's not a lot of supply of good collections. So you can see how quickly like the Pudgies ran up, right? When there was demand. So I can easily see, I think it'll be later in the cycle when more people make more money and they want to flex, like a Pudgy, like a rare Pudgy or a punk or something, and then you'll see crazy prices again. So just good to position for that, really.
I'm with you. I think AI, and this is somebody asked about the fart NFT, and definitely something there. The AI stuff. Look, I think a lot of the meme coiners are going to start getting exposure to AI tokens too. Here, I'm going to mute you. The meme coiners are going to see the AI tokens that are going to really cook. I still think the AI sector is going to be the biggest. Well, fuck, it's so hard to say. Like, is it going to be the biggest sector? Because I think meme coins do something stupid too. But the AI stuff, I still think is $100 billion little sector of of meme coin tokens, right? A lot of those AI tokens have NFT collections with them, whether it's community made or it's the project itself. So we got the Zerebro NFTs, right? AI16Z, we have AI16Z partners. We have the Fart NFTs. What do they call it? Fart NFTs. Those we've already seen. We already got a taste of what those can do, which is those would kind of run to like a 4 or 5 soul floor, right? And they would pull back to like 1 or 2. And they would run back to 4. That will happen again, too, for sure. It's like we just got to look at those trends to know what the people in the space were willing to do. And, man, a lot of those were betting on those at the top, too. They're going to be putting those out there, trying to get them back to at least that place. I think they go a lot higher. I like the Fart NFT. Where is that at now? Let me peek. Here's Zereborn's at 1.7. I actually think these are kind of underpriced.
Are they only 1.7? Did you say
1.7? Yeah.
Wow. Okay,
Yep.
I'm definitely going to be putting a bid in. I have it already, but I'll be putting a bid in for another one because I do think we will see a Zerebro come back. It just has too much mind share, so they don't really have to do much, and it will just come back with some announcements. So I think it's a good buy.
Those got to what, almost 10 or something, or is
Exactly,
it
yeah.
7? Yeah.
And
Fart are at 0.18, or excuse me, 0.8. So
okay. I haven't looked closely into those ones. I did trade them a little bit, but
they're ugly.
they are interesting. Yeah, they're just a bit ridiculous, but yeah, I guess that's what people like.
Yeah, truthfully, I think those NFT plays, and same with AI16Z partners, I think they're easy plays. Easy plays.
Yeah.
Tons of upside, easy plays.
And also, okay, so tomorrow, you know the project Bully?
Bully, yes, yeah, and there's
the AI
Zere Bully
project.
collection coming, yeah. You say they have an AI?
I think the mint is tomorrow, because they have a project minting tomorrow. Like you said, Zero Bully. They've already taken their snapshot. So if you hold Bully, Zerebro, or Zereborn, you can mint tomorrow. I don't know how much the price will be, but I'll definitely be minting, I think.
Man. So you'll have a whitelist.
There's so much going on.
Yep.
Yeah. Do you hold any of those things?
Nothing. Nope. None of any of it.
Oh, I think though it's a really large collection, so I'm kind of bearish on the size. It's 10,000, so you'll probably have a chance to mint in public if you did want to mint one. To be honest, I'll probably mint one on the whitelist stage, just because I kind of like that Bully project. Like I didn't like it initially, but the guy keeps building, and if his mint price is cheap, I think it's a good bet.
Man, I like it. I like it a lot. Yeah, this is, I just keep looking for the things that will fuel NFTs. The AI stuff is going to fuel the NFT narrative. Well, look, Murad, dude, just picture this scenario. You guys know Murad at this point, right? In fact, I'm going to pull this up because I'm really fucking proud of it and just happy that he did this. Hang on. Let's get this up here. In the chat, you guys all know Murad, correct? And I only ask that because I know there are new people watching. I don't know if everybody knows Murad. Let's see. Hang on. Oh, wrong channel. Wrong channel. Murad is the guy who I think woke up the community. Like woke up the community to the potential of meme coins. Like this is the guy that came out here and told the community, what the fuck am I doing? Why am I searching? Sorry. Told the community that meme coins are going to do something stupid. Like, stupid. Murad said, am I doing this right now? Slam X, search. What the fuck is happening? I don't understand. Anyway, Murad came out and said, we will see, I think at the very least, one meme coin that goes to 100 bill market cap. He might have said a couple. And said we would see many of them at tens of billions market cap. Here's Murad. And we would see tons of coins around $1 billion. And I'll tell you what, a lot of people believed him and understood, but a lot of people sure shit didn't. A lot of people did not believe that. Here's Murad. Main character of this cycle. He is already, I think, being proven to be right. Already, just with the Trump token. Yes, Trump is an extreme example. Yes, we know it's a very special example, but I am arguing that it is the first of many coins that do similar. Maybe not quite like that, but look, it depends what your tokenomics are and how much of the supply and blah, 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 blah. We will see other coins that come out of the gate probably that hot. People are going to be looking to be replicating exactly that. Murad is right. And the Murad thesis is going to play out. Many more meme coins coming out, especially the older ones coming back and absolutely just blowing people's minds. Point there too is a lot of those meme coins that he talks about, his collection, his list of top performers all have NFT collections. So this is all going back to what's driving people to NFTs. AI agents are going to drive people to NFTs. The natural cycle will push people back to NFTs too. Remember, last cycle was really the first cycle with NFTs, right? So naturally people will go over. AI is going to push people over, but meme coins with NFT collections is going to do exactly that. And so we're looking at like the Sproto Gremlins collection, right? Sproto Gremlins are going to absolutely melt faces. These things are going to go from wherever they're at now, like 1.5 ETH, maybe 2. These are going to be 10, 15 ETH. And you better believe that's going to wake up other meme coin people who just came in to trade on Moonshot, whatever, right? They're going to hear from their buddies, oh, you know that Sonic Inu, whatever the fuck token, they had an NFT. It's worth $25,000. They're going to do the same with SPX 6900. They'll be like, wait, dude, did you know it has an NFT collection called Project Eon? Yeah, it's $15,000. Over and over and over, that will keep happening. And again, drive them to NFTs. That rotation is absolutely going to happen. Here's Project Eon, by the way, 1.3 ETH. Cheap. I'm sorry, I have one. Full disclosure, I have one. Because I saw that scenario playing out as soon as I bought that when Murad got put on my radar. When he got put on my radar and I understood what he was saying and I understood how big meme coins were going to get. And I understood that, look, sometimes in meme coins, it's like we're doing with Trump. You're like, do I have a 2x here? Do I have a 3x? You're like, how much can I really get out of this? And do I have enough money to go in with size to even do that? And often with a lot of them, I'm like, no. Maybe we have a 2 or 3x, maybe. But then I see they have a partner NFT collection. I'm like, that's kind of spicy because I know how NFTs move. I know how that unit bias works. I kind of think that Project Eon, especially where I got in at 0.7, like I think I've got a 5, 6, maybe 10x there. And I felt pretty confident about that. That is an interesting dynamic with all these meme coins, especially the big ones that have those hardcore communities. They're partnered NFT. Again, official or not, either way, if they recognize it as their NFT, those got a lot of room to cook. So Project Eon, I think, is a giga cook coming. I think those are going to be 10, honestly, all the way up to 20 ETH. I think this cycle is going to be that stupid. I do. I think that could be up to 20 ETH. Look at it like this. Some of the guys that have that token that are making life-changing money, and always keep that in mind. Some of these guys are making really life-changing money, some of them making generational wealth. When they get out of that meme coin and they secure their bags, I promise you, some of them are to go back and get their like timestamp or their memento or a collectible that represents that time for them. Somebody exits Project Eon and they make $3 million. And on their way out, they say, man, I'm buying an Eon, though. I'll always be in this community, guys. I'm always going to be in the community. I'm always going to be this, and I'll remember this forever. They buy the NFT. That will happen, too. It's why I've got a bet on these things here. It's I see that as a way that guys, when they exit, still keep exposure and still remain in the community. Project Eon's at 1.3, I think, is free money. Free money. When Murad cycles back in and he is main character again, and everybody's like, oh my God, he was right. Dude, I'm sorry for fading you. And people were. In fact, people were really shit-talking this dude, too. And he's been right. So we'll have the Murad cycle again, and I will get his ass back on the show. And he's right. So Project Eon, I'll tell you this. What are they? Mog Auras, I think, are still an interesting play, like a really interesting play. That's an NFT collection with the Mog token. Where's Sproto Gremlins, though? I do want to see that price because that's a really special one. Sproto Gremlins. Where the fuck are these guys? Okay, Eons. Huh. Where? Do you like... oh, my God. V1 punks are 2.9 ETH. Free money. You know how badly I want to go off on a tangent right now about V1 punks? I will do it. No. I'm going to say 2 sentences about them. If you're new watching, this is for you guys. If you've heard of CryptoPunks, you know them, right? Legendary, iconic, influential, inspiration for basically everything in NFTs these days. These are real CryptoPunks. This is the first print. First print, or you can call it an error print. When Larva Labs made CryptoPunks and they minted that 10K collection, it is these. There was an error in the contract. They had to make a copy and airdrop it to holders. Look, I don't think they should be as valuable as the expensive CryptoPunks, but I certainly think they're every bit as historic as those CryptoPunks. And there's 10K of them. A whole bunch of them lost, and they're under 3 ETH. They are one of the easiest plays this cycle. For the life of me, dude, I can't find Project Eon. But do you like the Murad thesis in general confusion, and do you like the companion NFT play?
Yeah, I think his the way he explained meme coins really kind of changed a lot of people's mindsets to it, especially like VCs and stuff, about how this cycle will go. And even his list of memes, to be fair, I wasn't like, I did buy SPX when I first saw his video because it went so viral that I was like, I'll just buy the top one. And I did buy Eons and I did trade it, and it did outperform the coin because it's a small collection, you know, the JPEG can outperform the coin. So yeah, I think it makes sense. Yeah, all of Murad's coins are starting to get a bid. Even USA today, that's on his list, right? It's on a
Yes.
10x, but because of Trump, but still, like, it's like SPX is all time high, USA.
Ooh.
So even just paying attention to his list is good. I mean,
USA coins
you could just get a
cooking.
basket of his list, like, and log off maybe. So,
Look at that. And apply his thesis to other tokens. Like Murad always says, look for the older communities that they've weathered the storm. They are hardcore, right? They're not going to dump on you. They're going to sell at some point, but man, those older communities are where you see, look, you got the guys who are not just going to dump on you the instant this thing pumps in. And so Murad's list is all stuff like that. Guys, good morning, bro. Dude, great to see you, man. What the fuck do you think about that Trump coin? How crazy, right? But USA is at a $141 million market cap. Let me see. I mean, God, I'm trying to eyeball how many X's this saw here. And I can't when the tokenomics are like that. I'm bad at eyeballing that, but clearly up big. And SPX. This is the one tied to that Project Eon NFT collection, right? This is, I love the meme. The meme is all about flipping the stock market. I love the meme. And the Murad thesis here is when normies come in, especially like his TradFi buddies, and that's kind of his circle, right? He's like a Harvard grad. He's like, when they come in, they will love a meme narrative about flipping the stock market, or flipping, in this case, the S&P 500. We got the S&P 6900. All the memes are about that shit. It's wild. It's very like anime inspired. It's awesome. $1.3 billion market cap. You know, I'll go with Murad's call on this. He pictures this at in the tens of billions. I don't know if this one's in the tens of billions, but I do think with him as the face of the thing and the hardcore community they have, I think 10 billion is absolutely a play. Absolutely. But I get the NFT exposure because I'm like, hey, if it goes to 3 bill, 3x, I think the NFT does at the very least the same thing. But honestly, it could do quite a bit more. The NFT could outpace it. And especially where I got in at 0.7, that's where I really saw those multiples coming. Taproot Wizards on the move. What, Iraq? What you mean? Taproot Wizards on the move yesterday. Like, is Udi dropping some teases that Wizards are coming? Hang on, let me peek at that, because that's a big mint to be looking out for, guys. This is a Bitcoin collection that's coming. Oh, whoa. Okay, literally some Taproot Wizards are being transferred. Oh, man. All right, guys. Taproot Wizards will be the #1 collection on Bitcoin. I see, and I tell you this, probably most Bitcoin people wouldn't agree with me. I see a scenario where Quantum Cats actually are worth more than Taproot Wizards, but it's not very likely. Taproot Wizards comes from the same team. It is a smaller collection. It is like the holy grail of that ecosystem at this point. They are, and I believe they're coming out this cycle. Well, they're definitely coming this cycle. Is it soon, though? So seeing Taproot Wizards getting transferred to wallets is super spicy. I'm looking to see if one of those is English, is like maybe he actually like has it in his wallet now. But okay, my predictions for Quantum Cats, the top 4, Quantum Cats, Node Monks, OMB, Puppets, is 1 or 2 Bitcoin floor. I'm leaning very heavily to 2 as like easy. 2 Bitcoin easy. This sounds nuts, but I think that's going to happen. And the prediction for Taproot Wizards was if those guys get to 1 or 2 Bitcoin floor, I think Taproot Wizards are 3 to 5 Bitcoin. I wonder if I got to adjust that all higher. It's honest. It's where my head is at. I wonder if I need to adjust all of that higher. So many more people in, and this might sound like it's opposite of what you'd think. More people in Bitcoin, more people getting rich increases the odds of people making very greedy, maybe silly plays, and I'll take their silly money. But the more people in Bitcoin, the richer they are, the more likely some of those guys are to spend money on a collectible. And that's why I've got that Quantum Cat. I'm not letting them go. I think, again, a 2 Bitcoin floor easy. But Taproot Wizards 5, these probably, maybe get to public sale. No, fuck it. Actually, I think they will get to public sale. When these get public, you must do everything in your power to be able to mint those. Oh, they're stolen. Dude. Are they stolen? Oh, no. Okay. The tweet's stolen. So he borrowed somebody else's screenshot. I got worried that a wallet was compromised or something. When these mint, again, guys, if it means dumping other positions and trying to get, it might not be the wrong play. These are going to be the grail of the grails of the grails over on Bitcoin. Again, a 5 Bitcoin floor, we're talking about minimum $500,000. I mean, it sounds crazy, I know. But I'm sorry, the crazy predictions so far, if they haven't been proven right, I think people are at least seeing these predictions I make. We're on that path to getting to those crazy predictions. I think a 5 Bitcoin floor is like programmed in with these guys. English. Okay, English is the only dude I know who's got a Taproot Wizard. English is that guy. Lucky motherfucker. That man's got a Taproot Wizard. It might not be in his wallet yet, but he's on that team. He's got a Taproot Wizard coming to him. Why did those move, dude? Do you have any alpha? I love them, dude. I fucking love Taproot Wizards. I mean, I just love Udi, who by the way did a Spaces this morning. I don't know if he's still in there. Oh, he's still in actually. Let me see what he's saying. Okay, hang on. I'm gonna play this real quick. I'm going to play it real quick. Just a heads up here, confusion, just to not unmute because we'll get a crazy echo. But I want to play some of the audio. Udi's talking right now. So Udi's the founder of Taproot Wizards. Okay, let me get my settings here. All right, cool.
Wild to me too, because that's pretty stupid as well. Especially, it wasn't especially stupid in early 2023. It was really stupid then. So I was like, okay, I think we can make Bitcoin a little bit cooler in those circles, and that was kind of the goal of that whole thing. The wizards, and the point was to at least, obviously, this I didn't think it was going to take over the world, but obviously for a certain group of people that I think would care about Bitcoin if it felt approachable. That was kind of the point there. So I think we only influence whatever, like a few, maybe tens of thousands of people, not like millions. But for that group of people who were crypto degens and didn't have any Bitcoin, I think a bunch of people did end up getting Bitcoin and did pretty well with that. So
I think
all right, I just wanted people to hear his voice. I don't think we're gonna hang in there for long, but boy oh boy, yeah, there's pretty much nothing I'm as bullish on as I am Quantum Cats. And then when Taproot Wizards are out, that's the thing. That's the fucking thing. And I will tell you, everything in Bitcoin is underpriced now. I mean that is financial advice. It is. If you can afford a Puppet or a Node Monk or a Quantum Cat or an OMB, I think it would be wise to figure out a way to get them. Puppets are 0.085. My God. $9,000. It's not cheap, I know, but Puppets are going to be 1 or 2 Bitcoin floor. Node Monks are going to be a 1 or 2 Bitcoin floor. Quantum Cat's going to be easily a 2 Bitcoin floor. It's very free. It's easy money. Now, like I talk opportunity cost, it's the time frame. The time frame is what matters the most, and this maybe doesn't reach that for a year. I don't know. I really don't know. Everything is accelerating and moving in ways that you can't really predict. I am sure about the prices. I'm not sure about the timing. I think I feel confident it's in a year, within a year. But is it in the next 3 months? I don't think so. Is it this time next year? That's where I'm betting. That's where I'd bet. But keep your eyes on those because they will move, and they will move fast. They will move violently, and they will reach a point where they're completely out of reach. They will. Man, I am very happy with my exposure to all of this, and I wish I had more. And my God, the Trump ordinals are almost a half Bitcoin floor, and they're selling at like 0.4. Oh God, that was an easy play. I think these sold for like 0.1. Here's one that sold for 0.09. Somebody accepted an offer. Look at that. People making a quick 4x over here, and a 4x over there is big time, man. We're talking in the tens of thousands people are making over there. I know, dude. I like doing USD. I actually asked Henry about this the other day, English, if he's starting to measure stuff in USD more than he ever used to, especially because I like to compare from chain to chain. I like to flip to USD value. But unit bias is one of the biggest factors going for this stuff, and so measuring in Bitcoin is super spicy. And yeah, Mike, that was official financial advice. It was. Iraq, yes. Okay, Iraq is asking, am I trying for a second quantum cap? Because, guys, and I don't know this for a fact, nobody knows except for English, and he won't tell me, but the thought is, very strong rumors that having two quantum cats, a dead cat and an alive cat, equals Taproot Wizard. Maybe a whitelist for it. Maybe it's a free Taproot Wizard. I don't fucking know. I doubt it's free, but maybe. Okay? Hell, a gold cape equals a free Taproot Wizard. You get to like swap, or you get a Taproot Wizard. And by the way, if you got a quantum cat, dude, maybe about that. I know there was a USA coin that was teased, but that's fake. So be careful. Be careful with that info. But I won't be shocked to see a Trump. I think Trump's World Liberty Financial is going to be a token launch pad. I think he'll launch tons of tokens. Quantum cats. There's so much hype coming to these things. They have traits that are going to start being revealed on these, right? We've had like 2 or 3 rounds of trait reveals. My cat hasn't updated yet with a trait, but at any time, these traits can update and a gold cape can appear on your cat. If a gold cape appears, man, you got a Taproot Wizard. It's that simple. Now, the other way to get it is doing quests in the Taproot Wizard Discord, and you do not have to own a cat to do those quests. I think you should be doing them, guys. I don't think it's too late. I think people who've missed some quests maybe gave up. You should be doing those quests. And maybe doing those quests, if you do enough of them and do them well enough, and they do score them, that might get you on the whitelist for Taproot Wizards too, okay? But the real rumor out there, the biggest one, is if you own a dead cat with the X's on the eyes and an alive cat, and that is traits on these, so you can check. If you own both, you have an entangled pair, and you either, I think, maybe get a free Taproot Wizard, maybe not, but you probably are at the very least going to get a whitelist and maybe a discount on buying it too. But heads up about that. These can really cook because of the excitement with the traits and the reveals and the potential that you get a Taproot Wizard. And man, they're a lot of fun because of that. They're a lot of fucking fun because of that. So I got mine. It's a big old bet. And so am I going to try to get a second? So in a way, I got a second. I'm really excited. And this is why I'm very fucking lucky to have family in this space, right? Yeah, I'll get to this. I'm lucky to have family. I hope you guys all have a good close friend in this space too, right? Because you need somebody you can work with and trust. Henry swapped his dead cat. I got a dead cat. Henry swapped his dead cat to an alive cat. We're going to put ours in the same wallet. We got our entangled pair now. Whatever happens with Taproot Wizards, we'll mint it. If we get a free one, great. We'll flip it, and we'll split the profits. You got to have somebody you can work with in this space. You double your odds to win. So, yeah. Guys, if you're a guy with just big old bags, a ton of money, there are very few plays, if any, that are better than a quantum cat. Yes, even at $30,000. Big old X Factor. Big old X Factor, if you guys know the AI XPT agent, one of the hottest agents, period. Probably a top 5 AI token at this point. This dude, it's weird I call him a dude, it's an AI, it has a quantum cat. It has 2 quantum cats. This thing rocked a quantum cat as its PFP for like almost a week. And I'm sorry, Udi, the guy behind Quantum Cat's Taproot Wizard, genius. Guy's a fucking genius. He gives him a quantum cat, or AIXPT bought it. I don't know which is which. But let's just assume he gave it to AIXPT. and then AIXBT wore it. And then Udi sent him the second, setting him up to be somebody who will promote Taproot Wizards when those go live. Udi's playing 4D chess here. He is the most influential AI agent out there, representing Quantum Cats, and when the time comes, representing Taproot Wizards. It's absolutely brilliant. Absolutely fucking brilliant. And Iraq, yeah, it's like even just finding a circle like this and just we build that trust all with each other. And doing it solo is really hard. You're playing handicapped if you're doing trading and collecting and stuff solo. It's very hard. But yeah, back to that USA. So American coin is maybe different, but there were those, right? We saw this document fly on X yesterday about a USA token, and that is fake. The guy who put it out there, in fact, Joe messaged me in Discord. He's like, hey, did you guys see this? And I saw it, and I'd seen it earlier. I'm like, dude, yeah, that guy is like a notorious liar. That's not real. It's like a scam of some sort. But yeah, separately, there's an American coin. We had it up on the screen before. That's real. That's a Murad token. Yep. I just, Iraq, I just got to get a server, a Discord, or something going where we can like kind of connect that way. But yeah, anyway, Taproot Wizards, Quantum Cats, all that, Giga Cook, and those price predictions, I stick with them, and I'm only more confident about them. I'm only more confident in seeing Quantum Cats at a 2 Bitcoin floor, and I'm honestly probably going to be adjusting that up because I still see Puppets and Node Monks at 1 or 2 Bitcoin floor. And here we are basically at a multi-month low for these NFT collections, these ordinal collections, and Quantum Cats is still at 0.3. It doesn't make sense. It does if you realize Quantum Cats are different. 0.3 Bitcoin, $30,000, $33,000, while its peers, who are valued the same, are at 0.08, 0.09. Crazy. Slice, I'm definitely in Nval. Haven't sold any. I'm very, very bullish on Nval. Polymarket trading is live this week. So it's one little thing. Does it move the needle much? I don't think so. I am still waiting for the thing that moves the needle on Nval is a tweet. A tweet. I think just big names tweeting about Nval. That's it. That's my signal. That's what I'm looking for to start exiting some of that. It's, I chatted with somebody at Crypto Slam yesterday. We were just talking. We're talking AI agents, right? And this is like, guys, we're degens. Like the Crypto Slam guys are like, just know this space intimately. We live in this space. We're 24/7, right, with you guys. And we were just talking about AIXBT and how crazy the price is. And everything's overvalued, as crazy as those prices are. And at the same time, they deserve them. It's all overvalued. But I was like, dude, even just a competent agent, its market cap is going to be 30, 20, 30, 50 mil. Right? Market cap. I'm like, that is when we're in a speculative bubble. That's going to be baseline. Like shitty little ones that just tweet, some of those will find those market caps too. I'm like, those make sense at, like throwaway market caps. But I'm like, an agent that has some purpose or has good team or all of the above, I'm like 20, 50 mil. It's a wide range, but that's like ballpark where they should be around. And Nval is one of those. Nval is already a competent enough agent that none of its utility is even live yet. Polymarket trading and integration in metaverses, none of its features or functions are even live yet, but they will be. And at that point, I still see 20, 30, 50 mil, just baseline, and then a single tweet from Elon Musk, which is very, very likely to happen, or Jack Bush, or any of the big names, but especially Elon, that's the one, that's the grail, sends that thing to, beyond 50. I hope 100. I hope 200. And man, you guys know from our experience in NFTs, that's what happens, and you saw with Trump, how out of control it can get. Gonna get crazy. A production team, dude, solo. Except in the past week, my friend Anthony is helping with shorts. But no, it's all solo. It's a one-man show, and I'm excited. I'm excited for that to be changing. I'm excited for that to be changing because I just get excited about what we can do if we had a team behind it. But yeah, for the past year and a half of streaming, it's a solo thing. Again, other than Anthony's helped me with some shorts along the way. I started doing shorts and then he does some too. But everything you see on the live streams, it's just me. It's a lot, dude. It is. It's research. It's each show is like 4 hours. It's prep. It's research. It's prep. It's kind of like planning out the show. It's getting everything, set up to go through the topics. And the weekends, I don't do it quite the same. The weekends, I'm trying to, now that I've gotten a little better at it, it's kind of like I have things I want to talk about, and it's just casually going through it. And you guys make it easy. I tell you, you guys don't know how valuable you are, how important you are to this all. You know, when there's nobody watching, it's harder. And there was definitely a time where it was nobody and then a couple people. When you guys are here and I get to just chat with you guys through it, it's like the best. It's much easier. Did it get in Trump's coin? Is it Slice? Got in late. Got in at a $30 billion FDV yesterday. Top blasted here on the show. I did. And happy to because of 2X this morning, right? And it still has room. In fact, you know, we've been talking long enough. It's worth peeking back at Trump. In fact, you know what? Hang on. Can I do a soft shill too, guys? I feel funny that I do that, but I'm so proud of what you know, the team has done that I just need and want to show off what we've been doing. The Bull AI. I'll throw this on your guys' radar again. The Bull AI. Guys, I didn't know, but his token giveaway is real. Dude, it might be over. Okay, we might have to extend it because it's ending really soon. But the Bull AI, an agent powered by CryptoSlam data, look, he's got all the potential in the world to be a top AI agent out there that everybody at minimum knows about, but better would be using it, engaging with it. There's a lot coming here, guys. The Bull AI, that's the handle. He's giving away his tokens. Where the girl got her tokens? Good shit. She got her tokens. Raul, good morning. He's giving them away for now. It's a base token. It's called Bull. Soon he will not be giving them away, and there'll have to be some other way to get them. For now, this is it. This is it. I think it's probably not a bad idea to be grabbing a whole bunch of that. And then Slam AI. And then if you want to get an idea of what's coming in the Slam ecosystem, and if you want to get a feel for maybe what the Bull's role in that is, check out slamai.xyz. You can find our light paper. Yes, there is a token coming. The Bull's got his token. I'm glad about that. But there is a Slam token coming as well. I will point out something that I think is really interesting. Little hints are everywhere, guys. And I'll keep this surface level, but AI Agent Launchpad, more agents, an AI blockchain, which I think is going to be really important for validating agents. There's going to be copycat agents out there with copycat tokens. I think them being on chain is necessary, and we're going to bring all kinds of Web 2 data on chain. Goddamn. I'm sorry. It could get spicy. It could get spicy. I'm excited. Guys, I just love this shit. It's just a treat to get to be like working around the guys that I work with and get to share this stuff with you guys. Something stood out to me here. I just want to put this up in front of you. Something I mentioned on the show yesterday. Let me find it here. It's in FAQ. Oh, here we go. Since the Bull belongs to the Slam Foundation, will Bull holders be eligible for any Slam airdrops at TGE? Right? No comment, man. I mentioned to you guys like I would mention that to the team. I like that would be a good idea. And now all I can do is tell them I think that'd be a good idea. Beyond that, don't know, no comment. You know what I mean? But a token that's powering an AI blockchain and launchpad and right, I know those are a big deal. I'm excited for it. I do want to stream on Abstract. Yes, Wizard. I need to see if I can stream to Abstract and to YouTube. I need to see how that'll work, especially for the look. My show here, yeah, probably. Because look, I want to earn money from doing it as much as I can. Like I, in a large way, I live off of like gains on crypto. Like I must trade, or I have to. If Abstract is a way to earn money, I really would like to do that. The Crypto Slam stream, I don't know. I told Joe on Friday yes, but I thought about it. I'm like, I don't know if I can say that for sure. I just got to talk to the team. I'm a team player, man. I need my efforts to benefit the team first. I just need to live. You know what I mean? Like, as long as I can do that, I want everything I do to be in support of Crypto Slam. And it's why I always wear this. It's why I talk about Crypto Slam throughout. That's my family. Was trapped in cell, now exited, scared. Okay. You sold your Trump tokens, huh? Okay, let me see what else. I got so much bookmarked here. By the way, I realized we lost Confusion. I feel bad if I talked his head off. But Azuki, though. Actually, hang on, guys. I'm going to grab more coffee. I want to keep going. Let me give you some jams. Dude, the struggle's real. That TikTok ban is wild. I was just talking to my daughter. They banned TikTok yesterday. It's gone. My youngest daughter, she had a sleepover yesterday, and she called me, and she's legit crying. Although I think she was like acting crying because she's a nut. And so she was acting crying, and then it turned to real crying, I think. Like, she's either the best actress or I don't know. But like, their kids are fucked right now. They're like bored out of their minds. There's no TikTok, dude. There's no TikTok. John, GMs, bro. Dude, I think ordinals. Dude, it's so hard to predict. This is why, and I'm not going to bullshit you and give you even like a dialed in pick. I don't know. It could be really soon. Like, there's going to be a rotation. I do think abstract kicks off the rotation, but I don't know. I think it might be a bit. I could see a scenario where puppets pull back down to 0.06, which would be wild, and people should jump right on that. But like, we need the swing to NFTs, and abstract is going to fuel that. I don't know when these cook, because the rotation's going to be abstract and Barachain. Is there enough new people and enough liquidity that there's instantly a rotation to Bitcoin as well? And there might be, because I know people see the potential there. But maybe the problem is, again, you know how bullish I am. I don't think most people are there yet. Some people, more and more people are getting there, right? More and more people are starting to get there. But a majority are not. They do not see the 1-2 Bitcoin floor. They don't see it. They don't see it yet. They will. I promise you. I promise you. As sure as I've been about anything, my predictions have not changed. For the past 2 years in Bitcoin, I've been collecting with the same vision in mind, and it hasn't changed a bit. It's only gotten stronger. I mean it. It's going to be so much bigger than people think. So much. If you're bullish, I'm telling you, you're still not bullish enough. So much higher than people think. And the conviction you see out there, other people, it will only grow. But I'll tell you right now, a fraction of the space believes they're going as high as I know they're going. So what that rotation, is it coming yet? I don't know. I think people are going to go play the other chains first, and then they rotate back here. Trump said, okay. Hey, Lila. Trump said he's going to give TikTok a 90-day extension. So probably tomorrow it's back up. And then they sell it to like Mr. Beast or something. You'll be back tomorrow. It's funny, too. They got a 3-day weekend, and they're probably like going stir crazy. By the way, Dad, good to see you, bro. Dad, one of my oldest friends here in the space. My bro. All right, I want to show Azuki because there is a lot of Azuki FUD out there. Azuki on the brink of loan liquidation crisis here. Over 140 loans in auctions. Wow. Dude, yeah, these guys are fucked. So people got their Azuki, they took out money on it, assuming they're going to pump like crazy because token coming. Well, man, that coin is, it's not sounding like it's going to be super hot. And we don't know yet, but it's coming on the 23rd in 4 days, and we know very little about that. Very little about their chain and ecosystem. They're in a bit of trouble. They're in a bit of trouble here. Those holders specifically, guys who took out loans. I'm a little afraid to do loans because of that. I don't know if I'm good at that stuff. It's another game I got to learn, and I just don't know it. But if and when it happens, it's just more and more and more Azukis listed. And then there's there's just this undercutting on floor. It's too much. There's too much. There's too many NFTs that'll be for sale. And then it's going to be other guys who it's not, getting liquidated via loans, but guys who want to get out got to undercut them. It's going to get interesting over there. All right, so he's calling for a 7 to 8 ETH floor. And what are they at now? 10-ish? Yeah, 10.2. It's a pretty significant drop. This is, yikes for Azuki holders. And I still think Azuki could come out with some big old news. Jazz, good morning. Yeah, I don't think, Salem, I don't think we got I don't think we know yet. I don't think we know yet. Or Salam. I don't know if I said your name wrong. I don't think we know yet. I love the Trump. I really like the Trump coin. I've got no exposure to it yet right now, too. Great vibes. I really like it. I think it's strong. I think it's got room to cook still. For 3 months especially, it's got nothing but room to cook. And I'm looking at market cap instead of FDV. And when I look at that market cap, I think it's got room. 11 billion market cap now. Jesus. It's wild. Yeah, this thing can still 2x. This thing can 3x. This thing really could get to Doge levels, and it could do that quickly. This could 5, 6x still. It could. It's crazy. I didn't think I'd be saying this yesterday, and I see it now. There is no ceiling on this. Cool shit. Good to meet you, man. I think you got a winner there. If you guys want to hear, again, people who watch the whole stream have heard predictions, but if you guys want to hear other things that I think are going to cook in the short term, I've got plenty of those. Yeah, right. It's good to see you, Rusty, man. I love your thread. I bookmarked it because I wanted to retweet it. Dude, this guy is one of my very few IRL friends. Like one of my best friends up here where I live now. I don't make many friends. I don't, because I just live online, and this is the guy. This is like basically a neighbor and a really, really great friend of mine. In fact, let me show his thread because it is worth you seeing the project he's working with. I do think they're actually very, very cool. Dude, this is the guy I'm the most excited for this cycle. Like, I tell my few friends, I'm like, guys, you should get in crypto. You should get in. This is last cycle. I'm like, you should get in NFTs. Like, there's something cool happening. Like, you really should get in. And most of them did not. He did. He fucking did. And I'll tell you what. He came in kind of at the end of the cycle. He came in like summer, I believe, 22. And so when I know what's coming up here, and I know this guy from summer of 22 till now never stopped. You know how people disappear in the bear market? He didn't. He didn't. He would come by and we would chat crypto and NFTs and we'd text about it and stuff. This guy stayed engaged and learning the whole fucking time. And now it's going to pay off. And now he gets his first bull run. And dude, so we got to chat because I want to see what you think of the Trump thing, because that dude, what we saw yesterday is what we're going to see over and over and over. That is the start of the real bull run. And I'm telling you, even that hasn't worked to where your bags are up yet. That's what's coming next, where everything is up. That's what it doesn't feel like reality. It feels like, wait, what the fuck? Like, what am I in that I'm like suddenly up hundreds of thousands of dollars? Like, what? And it doesn't make sense. It fucks with your head. It doesn't make sense. You're like, oh my God, it really is a weird thing where I'm going to make a fuck ton of money. Like sometimes life change. That's what's coming. Dude, what day was your thread? Was it Friday? It was a really great write-up. Here it is. Here, I'm going to drop this in the chat. You guys should follow him. He's awesome. But out of anything, dude, I am the most excited about him winning this cycle. He's going to. I can't fucking wait. And that's a great play, like IP and like kind of like they got something interesting they're doing. Very, especially if you're a family man, like really fucking cool. Jazz, that's it. The euphoria of what happened with Trump, but as if you were in it, that you actually had the position and it was your bags that were up 10, 15, 20x, because your bags are going to be up 10, 15, 20x. That euphoria, that feeling, but you actually in it is what's coming. It's fucking nuts. I can say it because I've been through it. I lived through that cycle. Every part of that last cycle I lived through. I felt it. And every little pump we've had since, I could tell people this isn't it. That's why I've always said, no, this isn't it. We're going way higher. I know the feelings to look out for. I also think on the flip side, the bear market, I thought we'd go much longer because we didn't get to the depths of despair like we felt in 2017, 18 in crypto. We didn't get to that. And I still believe this. It is actually interesting. I felt like we never found the bottom for NFTs, right? I'm like, we didn't get to that feeling like they're never coming back. We were starting to get into that territory, but we didn't find a real bottom. Market picked back up. We never found it. That's what gives me confidence that we might not see another bear market in the same way we used to before, where you got years of it might not come back. Like that was the feeling in crypto, right? I was in crypto 2016, 2017 to start. And I felt when that died and I thought it was maybe never coming back. I really thought that. I'm like, fuck, it's gone. And we never got that feeling again. The same way that the market came back and pushed NFTs back to kind of where we're at now, which isn't even amazing yet. But the next time we have a down cycle, a bear market, I think the level of support or the level of volume of participate, all that keeps it up to a level where I don't think it ever feels, it'll never feel dead again. I can tell you that. We'll never question that it's dead. Never. Joe you felt that, huh? Man, I didn't. I did not. Oh, off the dome. We talked to that earlier. I like it. I think at minimum, because that thing's 0.8 right now. I think at minimum that's going to 4 SOL because it's like a magic number. We kept seeing those meme coin NFT projects. 4 is the magic number they all seem to get to and then would pull back, but 4 to 5 SOL. So you've got in my opinion, I think you got an easy 4x in the Fart NFT. Easy 4x. And I think it's got way more potential than that just because Fartcoin is such a big deal. I don't know that it's recognized as like the official Fartcoin project. You know what I mean? I don't think so. But you got a 4x there. E-Rock, man, I need a mint. I thought I had a mint, I thought I had a whitelist locked in to give away on the show, and I've not heard anything back now, which kind of sucks. And they're busy, and it's cool. I remember that coin. Huh. Let me peek at that. I want to see if it's what I'm thinking of. Anyway, that Trump token, it's got a lot of room to fly still. Oh, that doesn't look good. Hang on. What am I on? Hour? Yeah, I don't know about this one. I don't know. Hang on. That looks... Look, it's just low volume, right? I'm probably on the wrong coin, right? Is this the right one? I don't know if that's the correct one, like contract address. Oh, that's it? Okay, it's an Avalanche token. Interesting. I don't really look at Avalanche anymore. But that looks like some fuckery right there, but it's just low volume. It's just such low volume. I couldn't tell you I've got any thoughts on it just because I don't know. But it doesn't make the spidey senses tingle. That said, Avalanche has got some good influencers now. I kind of think that Avalanche ecosystem will have its time in the spotlight again. It's probably not a bad bet, but already 4 mil market. It's really hard to say. I just think there's bigger, better opportunities many other places, but it does not mean that can't cook. When you buy it, it makes you wait 100 hours. I see. So that would explain that chart. That's funny. Dude, fucking funny. It's funny how, like, look, the chart tells you a story, and there's usually, not even usually, there's always a reason for it to move the way it does. Sometimes it's that news drops a certain way, or an announcement happens, or traders are doing something with it because of something. This one, we're seeing something funny in the chart for a reason. You got to hold 100 hours. So somebody buys, and maybe 100 hours later they dump. Whatever it is, you can see it. You can see it right there in the chart. Something funny. Why aren't the NFTs core? NFTs and those things kind of move. Here's what's tricky. NFTs and meme coins typically move at different times. Usually it's meme coins move, and then it flows to NFTs. Right? There's just these cycles between the two. And then separately in NFTs, like, we have so many more cycles to be aware of. There are cycles between types of NFTs. Right? Like in NFTs, we have cycles from art to profile pictures to gaming stuff. And now all of a sudden, we call them cult NFTs. So the meme coins with an NFT, we call them cult collections, cult NFTs. And now we have a cycle to those. Often the cult NFTs move opposite of the PFPs. So it's all these little cycles we got to keep thinking through. And while the meme coin's cooking, it's not NFT season, and beyond that, it's PFP season instead of meme coin. You know, the culty NFT season. It's very, very hard. It's very hard to predict when the cycles are going to come and switch or whatever. You just got to feel them as they happen. And I do feel like the cult NFTs are going to cook again, like probably sooner rather than later. Going back to Murad, because we're about to see that Murad is right. People are about to start singing his praises on X because he's right, and all of a sudden the Murad stuff is going to come roaring back. His NFT collections, and by the way, they're not his, but the ones he's promoted, those come roaring back. Right? Because his tokens are doing well. Then people are going to be like, fucking Murad was right, this guy. And then people want to go get exposure. So Project Eon again and Sproto Gremlins, those two in particular, I think are going to cook. So will Milady's. Milady's are going to cook. By the way, Vitalik switched his PFP to a Milady. We got some changes coming to the Ethereum side, but man, it's not feeling good on the ETH side. Just in general, not feeling very good. I'm going to pull up the Apu NFTs too, because those should cook as well. Right, that's with the Apu token. So these are going to have a moment where they cook too. I'm expecting these to get to an ETH or so. So heads up, I think those are a good play just because it's a Murad pick. Yeah, Fartcoin special. Fartcoin special, Unicorn Fart Dust also. Boom. Yeah, Fartcoin. Amazing. Wiz Pepe. Also sounds familiar. I got a peek though. Is this it? Pretty new. December coin. This is you know what? Tricky. Yeah, let's check if it's even the right one. Yeah, if that's it, I don't know. I it looked pretty dead. I would probably cut losses. That said, not enough people are saying this. In fact, I'm probably saying the opposite of what a lot of people say. Okay, most people will say, I'll pull up Wiz Pepe again. People are going to tell you for the most part that when a chart looks like this, that it's dead. It is. But people tell you when it's like that, it's dead, it's not coming back. And I actually got a difference of opinion with a lot of people. Most of the time, yeah, it's dead. But, like, I tell you what, meme coins are too new. I don't think anybody can go and say that definitively that that's what this means now. It's too new. And at any moment, I think any of these things can come roaring back. They could. This thing's got 2,300 holders who are all stuck. So, of course, the next time it pumps, you got to imagine they're all dumping this token. But I think at any moment, I think it's going to shock people and people are going to kick themselves. When I'm in a token like this that is dead and it's not worth much, it's worth a couple bucks at most. Like my bag is worth it. I'm just going to hold it. I'm counting that as a complete loss. but I'm not selling it because I'm hoping that if it does come back, I still got my tokens. And I think what's going to shock people is some of the dead tokens actually come back. And I wouldn't be surprised if quite a few of them come back. That said, it's so easy to make meme coins now. We got all these launch pads that like supply just keeps going up and up and up. It's tricky. It's tricky. Yes, Cosmos. Yep. Yeah, I in general, I'm sorry. There's something different about our stream that we do here, guys, and the rest. I don't say what these other guys say, and I don't agree with these guys most of the time. And I think we're starting to see that like the things I say different, I think are mostly right. And I don't bat 1,000. I don't. But I hear a lot of guys say things that I don't agree with, and more and more and more. I'm just more confident about the way I see things, and I don't see it like everyone else. I see this. I'm a tech guy. I'm 44 years old, and I worked in tech my whole life, and I've collected my whole life. I've always been able to sense trends and sense like momentum and sense value of stuff. I've always flipped stuff. I've always collected things, and I've always been into tech. And so I see this all with that lens, and I understand whatever's coming here is bigger than people could fucking fathom. I get into conspiracy theory shit too, so I understand that this world's about to get crazy. And so I sense whatever's changing here is more than just like, you know, a new little tech with like kind of cool little tokens. I'm like, no, the whole world is about to change. Like the way that COVID reshaped the world and 9/11 to a degree, the way those reshaped the world, what's happening here is the same, if not more extreme. It is. The way crypto is going to reshape the world and how we do business and how we interact and just what the internet even is and what you can do on it, as extreme as COVID was, this is that. I think it's bigger, though. I think it's bigger. And part of that is the AI conversation. But AI is going to change the world. Everybody knows that now. But right along with it, very much hand in hand, they belong together. AI and crypto together are what changed the world. And Raoul Pal, I fucking love that guy, but it says in 5 years, we're not going to recognize the economy. Numbers will not mean the same thing. It's too big. It's too big. You guys, and I mean this, I'm not saying this to try to get people excited. You're all going to be very rich in USD. You're going to have a lot of dollars. AI is really going to replace people's jobs, a lot of them, a huge amount of them. And especially the longer we go, the more it replaces. It will replace most jobs. And for that to happen, the whole monetary system has to change. The way things are valued has to change. And crypto is part of that solution. It's why I'm so bullish on what's coming to crypto, because I think Trump understands that. I think he understands that crypto is a new way to, it's like a reset for our money. It is. It's a way to actually maybe do this over, do it right, but also do it different where, yeah, we can actually somehow keep people liquid, you know, for lack of a better term. Something's changing and it's massive. And everybody knows that some people say what it is, what's changing. They can't quantify it yet. Nobody can. But they at least are trying to set you up and prepare you for how extremely different things are going to be. And that's all I'm trying to say. Extremely different. And all the while we're all making more money than ever, and yes, the money's worth less, but you're going to have more of it, I'm then taking that money, every bit I can, and I'm putting it into stuff that is scarce. These NFTs are scarce. There's not a lot of them. And crypto, too, it's like you're in the right ones. There's still only a certain amount of those things. And the value of those is going to appreciate in a way that, you know, money is not. And it's I'll go back to these. It's why I'm so bullish on the right NFT collections. Look at CryptoPunks and look how special those are. And look how everybody wants a CryptoPunk. And there's only 10,000 of them. And there happens to be other collections on ETH that people want. Quite a few of them. And then when I look at Bitcoin, and I'm going to tell you those collections again, that on the most valuable blockchain, with the asset that the United States is now making a priority, it is the biggest, most important digital thing in the world easily, but it is up there with the most important things in the world, period. Bitcoin is, there's nothing like it. There's nothing like it. And now on Bitcoin, you have some collectibles that are literally preserved on a sat, on like a fraction of a Bitcoin, and they're scarce. And that the top 4 collections, if you add them up together, in fact, I'll say top 5, because I'm going to include Taproot Wizards in this. If you add up the number of these collectibles, the top 5 collections on Bitcoin, Puppets, Node Monks, Quantum Cats, OMB, and throw in Taproot Wizards, there's only 30,000 of them There's only 30,000 of them. I'll tell you, man, I know NFTs are a little harder to grasp. I know it. I know it. And maybe you do understand. Maybe you do. But I can tell you the rest of the world still is underestimating how much they matter. And the prices are going to do exactly what we saw last cycle, but they're going to be much bigger, much higher, much higher. And I think it's not even a think. There is no bigger flex than Bitcoin. There will be no bigger flex for a collectible than something on Bitcoin. That is also not a maybe thing. That is a definite. It is the way it'll play out. When we get back to celebs rocking an NFT like Bored Apes on TV and all that stuff again, when we get back to it, there is no bigger, better flex than a Bitcoin collectible. And between, I can't remember if I even said this now. I think I did. But between those 5 collections, there are only 30,000 of these. Only 30,000 across 5 collections. Again, Puppets, Node Monks, Quantum Cats, OMB, and Taproot Wizards. 30,000. The end. We will have other collections that are hot, but think back to early ETH and think of the historic, and some of those are historic, Art Blocks collections, and the historic CryptoPunks, and the Bored Apes who are historic in their own right for being something that represented culture for that time. They are part of the history. It's like you don't have to like them, but they are part of the history of NFTs. It's quite a few NFTs on ETH that are in that ballpark of big and major, and man, they're worth a fuck ton. They're worth a fuck ton. Let me peek here. What are ringers? Ringers sell for $120,000, right? And Fidenza, same thing. Actually, I think ringers are more. These are all like 6-figure NFTs for the most part. Not a Bored Ape. Let me go back to USD. What does a Bored Ape sell for? A Pudgy Penguin is $70,000. An Azuki is $30,000. You're telling me a Quantum Cat is cheaper than an Azuki? Are you kidding? By the way, V1 punks are incredibly special. Where's Bored Apes? A Bored Ape is $50,000. Not in the peak FOMO part of this market, just basically in, I mean, kind of, I can't even say NFTs are in a bull market yet. They're not. $70,000 for a Pudgy Penguin. $50,000 for a Bored Ape. $126,000 for a CryptoPunk. If I could have Fidenzas up here, let me see if I can. Yeah. Fidenzas are for $120,000 floor. $120,000 floor for a Fidenza. What's a ringer? Hang on, ringers are only 13 ETH. Dude, we had a ringer sale last summer for $6 million. So what are these priced? Like almost $50,000. When the bull market hits, and these are in like the peak FOMO part of that cycle, we're talking these are all well over 6 figures. These are all probably, $100,000, $200,000 floor prices. And between all those collections, we're talking in the many tens of thousands. We're probably over 100,000 at that point between the top many collections. Back on Bitcoin, it's only 5 collections. One of them doesn't exist yet. And there's only 30,000 across all of them. And those are the OGs. You're not going to have more. You will have more hot collections, but you're not going to have any that are OGs. You're not. You're locked in with those 4. You're with those 5. You're locked in. Those are the ones. And you can get it for under 10 grand now. These are the easiest plays in the space with fucking unreal upside. I like both of those. I like Nval a lot. It's just too cheap. It's just riding the momentum of this market, and with those big old X factors, I like Nval. Opportunity cost, again, I'll say, is it going to keep you from other plays that are here right now that you can flip and make more? It might. But as soon as we get the rotation back, that coin goes from 2.5 mil market cap back to 6, 7, 8 mil. You got a really quick, easy 2, 3, 4x in Nval. As soon as the rotation is back to AI, it's very easy multiples over there. Very easy. There we go. The pet rocks on ETH. By the way, there are rocks on Abstract that are going to cook. Yep. Bitcoin rocks, 3 Bitcoin. The potential on Bitcoin is stupid. I'll put the cheaper ones on your radar that I think are going to cook. Runestones are actually going to do well. It's not one of the picks, though. But it will do well. And in fact, it is a light pick. It is. The Runestones will be back to Runestones will be 0.05, maybe up to 0.1 again. They will, because he's going to drop 2 more fungible tokens to holders. We still got that to go. I really like Fukuhedron still. I know they pulled back a ton with the rest of the market, but I really like them. Prediction still stands 0.1, 0.15. That's how high those will get. I think the easiest picks, I'm going to definitely Honey Badgers. Yeah. If I had to pick, if I'm talking on Bitcoin, I'm going to go with the cheapest with the most upside. And you guys know my picks already, but Based Angels, easy. Based Angels, I think, are going to get to a quarter Bitcoin. I'll do the easy mode pick for a Based Angel, 0.1 to 0.15. These have a very easy 10 to 15x. You can basically bet on it. I would almost give a money back guarantee. I swear to you, it's crazy. Based Angels will get to 0.1 to 0.15, 10 to 15x. And I think they have really, really, really good potential to get to a quarter Bitcoin each. I really think they can get there, but I'll bet on 0.1 to 0.15. It's like one of those, Milady Retardio derivatives. In that ecosystem, it's recognized as the only official one on Bitcoin. And it's got some big influencers in it. It's going to get pumped like crazy when this starts heating up. 0.1 is automatic, but all the way up to 0.25 is where I see their potential. And if it goes beyond that, it won't shock me. And then I think we're going to get an art cycle, like a hardcore art cycle. And I think that's going to line up with a hardcore ordinal cycle. And so Sense at 0.009, I think these also 0.1 to 0.15. When the art meta takes over, it's a 10K collection. It was a bunch of pennies, 10,000 pennies that were inscribed on each one sat. And then they took all the pennies, they melted it down into a block, and they turned that into an ordinal too. And then they sold the block with that ordinal of the melted down block. They sold it at Christie's. It's got a great story. Yeah, this will do some numbers. That's, to me, an easy play. 0.1, 0.15, same target. Where are my sweet Honey Badgers? By the way, everything's going to pump. All the things people are shouting out probably going to do well. Yeah, I like Wizards of Ord. Royals, I think, are cool. Natcats, I think, are cool. Floriform, same story. I think these get to 0.1 as well. One of the biggest artists in Bitcoin. I think he'll have some of his work sold at Christie's or Sotheby's. And again, when I think that art meta, that art narrative takes over, and I do think it's going to happen. I am making a pretty big bet on it. I think Floriforms will also be, again, 0.1, 0.15. First 10K art collection on Bitcoin. It's got a good narrative. It's got the most recognizable artist on Bitcoin. I think those are a very easy play, especially at 0.003. Like, easy play, in my opinion. Honey Badgers, I think, is one of the best plays on any blockchain. These are arguably the first ever 10K, or first ever original 10K collections on Bitcoin. And I love them. They got great, it's kind of like the CyberKongz thesis. Great alpha, great whitelists. And here's the thing. Node Monks are recognized by most people as the first original 10K collection. That's just what happens. But we look at when they started. Here's the dilemma, right? When did they start being inscribed on the blockchain? Honey Badger started first. We know that by looking at the inscription numbers. These are like a couple thousand numbers earlier than Node Monks. But Node Monks are considered the first. Yeah, I like Fukuhedrons, yeah. Now, the problem is they didn't inscribe the whole collection before Node Monks did. So Node Monks finished inscribing all the ordinals first. But Honey Badgers started first. So it's always an argument of who is truly first. And I like Honey Badgers because it's not an if at all. But when Node Monks get to 1 or 2 Bitcoin floor, and I know they're going to, and they'll be talked about as the first original 10K collection, everybody in this community especially, but even outside, people who like the drama, will start talking about, no, guys, it's Honey Badgers were first. It doesn't matter who's right or wrong. It just matters that every time it's talked about, that Honey Badgers are mentioned too. And so to that point, 2 Bitcoin floor for Node Monks, these I can't see not getting to a quarter Bitcoin or so. So my bet on these is also 0.1 to 0.15, and I think they got a shot to get to 0.25. If Node Monks get to 2, these, to me, easily get to 0.1, 0.15. And so my bet is on these guys for that reason. I think they got even bigger potential, but they're cheap enough now. It's an easy bet. They get the whitelist. They get the alpha. I love honey badgers. I think one of the best plays out there. Lending on Bitcoin's been awesome. I've gone underwater on a bunch of loans, and everyone always claims their assets. I've done about 40 loans with only one default where I claim some BDC. Interesting. Yeah, maybe I got to do that. Maybe I got to just get in and I just get worried I'm not going to be able to keep up on it, and I'll just lose something, one side or the other. But yeah, I know there's just kind of free money out there if you play. It's like Jay Squiggle was talking about the other day. People taking out loans on their art and like stabling up and just like it's kind of free money out there. All right. Those are my easy plays over on Bitcoin. I think they're fucking easy. I think those are easy automatic plays. It's more like what's the time frame? And I don't think the turnaround is super fast, and it won't surprise me if it is. But I do think NFT season's coming like this week. Maybe next week at the latest. OpenSea airdrop's coming at some point. We got a Phantom airdrop coming. We got a Jupe drop coming. I feel like there's something else. Abstract drop. It's because of Abstract Chain that I'm so sure NFT season's coming. Abstract's coming in a week or two. 2 at the very most. I do think it might be this week. Let's just say 2. In 2 weeks, we have an Abstract blockchain. It will be all over your timeline. All the content's going to be about Abstract. And there's going to be some hot NFTs minting over there. And then Barachain and stuff like Steady Teddies are going to cook. Yeah, I think NFT season's like a week or 2 off at the most. And I think we cook. Dude, this is, I'll show you this. This is typical January volume. January's we start out the first couple of weeks kind of slow. It does start out hotter than the last year usually, but it's usually kind of slow until we get to the second part of January. I think this week we might start cooking here. Here, let me see if I can extend this a bit. We'll go just sales. See if I can really dial that in. Now, let's go weekly. Yeah, so like, okay, well, you know what's tricky here is wash sales are not calculated in here, and there's a lot of wash sales here. But you can see here, kind of flat, then down into the second, third week. It really started ramping up at the third, fourth week of January is when it really started picking up. That was last year. 2023. Yeah, third week of January is when it really started picking up. So January 23rd. 22 was just a monster of a year. But it found its high point right then too. Like second, third week of January is when it really picked back. Look, none of this is exact. We're not going to do the same thing just because it's happened before, but we usually do feel it out, like feel it starting a little slow. You can see a little difference here in 21, like second weekend. February is when we start cooking. February is when NFTs really cook. But honestly, it's all up to Abstract. When Abstract's live, NFTs will cook. And, anybody who would fund NFTs, you don't have to like it, but it doesn't change the fact that a lot of people will play it. A lot of people will make money in it. It's no good reason to ignore it and not participate. It's easy money. NFTs are very easy, especially when you get whitelists and you just mint it and flip it. Don't worry about secondary even. Like you'll win on secondary with the right things, but if you just play the whitelist game, you get to mint, you buy the mint, you put it right on the marketplace and sell it, you move right the fuck on. That's the game I look forward to. And man, that gets really easy and really fun and lots of opportunities. It's going to get awesome. We got some fun shit. We got a lot of fun shit ahead of us, guys. All right. I think, let me peek if I got some bookmarks. There was quite a lot we didn't even get to today. Again, I'll point this out. By the way, I love OSF. Fucking love this guy, and he's very smart. Had him on the show as well. Awesome fucking guy. But re-rack all your ceilings way higher and have a bit of patience. I'm telling you, everybody is just now saying what you've heard me say here for a while. I will keep sharing my thoughts all along the way, right or wrong. I will share with you what I'm thinking and when I'm thinking it. because I think we are routinely like earlier than most people. Even OSF, who's very dialed in and very, very smart. But you're seeing everybody say this now. I would much rather have heard it earlier and had the opportunity to buy stuff earlier, right? If you were being told that it's going astronomically higher, that whatever you think way fucking higher, I'd rather know that early so I can get those positions earlier. And so I will keep doing that. That's what we do. All right, guys, have an excellent day. Tomorrow, everything changes. We got the UFO shit yesterday. We'll talk about that this week. It was awesome. But tomorrow, everything changes. We got the inauguration. In fact, what time is that? Because depending on what time, we might stream it. 11 a.m. Central Time. Shit, I don't think I can. Maybe. That'd be tempting. But worth fucking mentioning that you should be subscribed here. You should definitely make sure you're subscribed here. I will be live here again next weekend. I got to find some time during the week to do it too on this channel. But follow me at Huda_idiot on X. Keep in touch there. Definitely starting to ramp up the tweeting. Gotta do it. Gotta fucking do it. So subscribe here, but also Monday through Friday. I'm also live, guys. So I'll see you tomorrow morning. I'll be on SlamX Official on YouTube. Follow us, CryptoSlam.io, over on X. But subscribe there if you want to check the show out in the morning and stay plugged in here. We're doing it every day. Guys, have a great day. We'll see you.